Hello, welcome back for more Umineko. I don't know how long is this going to take to finish just one episode. Also, there was an update to V2 Studio, so my eyes might be more strange than usual. So there, nothing can be done. Well, it could, but I took like 2 hours to set this up, and it's harder than it looks. So I'll try later. Let's continue. Jessica never warmed to the idea of moving into the Godfather study, but in the end, Aunt Natsuhi persisted, and we decided to move there. Everyone was already trapped in by paranoia. Me too. Kumasawa-san had prepared dinner once already, but after the incident involving Georgie and his parent, the kitchen and the parlor had become temporarily devoid of people. Someone said that it might have been poison at the time. You mean forever? I don't think so, but maybe. Because of that, we were unable to even touch the food that Kumasawa-san had taken the trouble to make for us. Oh my. The manner in which the first 6 had been killed was still unknown, but there was a possibility that it was poison. And indeed, by this method, even a single person would be able to carry out the murder of 6 fully grown adults. Furthermore, this idea made it seem like there were only a single culprit who was also afraid of Natsuhi's life, and this was very good for our emotional stability. But the fatigue and hunger were even harsher than we had imagined. So on Kumasawa-san's suggestion, we all went along together to the kitchen and gathered some canned food, or you have one, which would be hard to poison to take in with us. Maybe they use syringe to inject things. All of Kumasawa-san's efforts to reward us with at least a nice dinner on this savage day regrettably came to nothing. The food piled up on the serving cart looked just a little sad. We all started climbing the stairs, and Natsuhi led the group, warily staring into the darkness with both eyes and the barrel of the gun. When we arrived on the 3rd floor, just as Aunt Natsuhi had warned us beforehand, there was a mixture of a chemical smell and a sickly sweet aroma, a stench hanging in the air that felt like it was eating into our heads.
なるほど。こりゃ一晩もこもったら頭痛にでもなりそうな匂いだな。今更ながらじい様の書斎に反対したジェシカに賛成だぜ。
I'm not going to 1v1 a witch, mind you. This exceptionally magnificent door felt like the source of the stench, so this was the door to the forbidden study, which had turned away all who visited. While Genji-san was unlocking the door, Maria was staring at the door and the doorknob with great interest. Ooh.
古くいかめしくて冗談の通じなさそうな。いかにもじい様の書斎にふさわしい扉だよな。
霊的な悪意を退ける力がとても強く込められている。
Why are you like this, Maria? Stop being creepy for 1 second.
多分ベアトリーチャはこの扉を開けられないね。
Oh, that's good.
お？それどういうことだよ。
Maria pointed at the doorknob. A scorpion crest. No, a design like a magic circle arranged around a scorpion was inscribed here. There. Okay, this design, that's right. Isn't this just like those key holder charms that Maria gave Jessica and me yesterday?
火星の5の魔法陣は強力な魔除け。しかもこの魔法陣は相当丹念に作られていて力がよく満ちている。
When you say diligently, what does that mean?
魔の者であるベアトリーチェにとってこの魔法陣はとても厄介だろうね。
Oh, good. Now, problem over. Well, now we can just rest. And when the seagulls cry and some such.
それは心強いじゃねえか。この部屋ならベアトリーチェの魔種から逃げられるってことだろ。うちの魔女様は実に頼もしいぜ。
ならベアトリーチェはどうやって中のおじい様を？
Well, if someone lure or bait Kinso out and Kinso exited on his own volition, yeah, easy.
バトラが推理した通りだよ。ベアトリーチェは中に入れない。でも彼女には魔法があるし使い魔だっている。
Like canon, right?
それらを使っておじい様が自分から書斎を出てくるように仕向けることはできるかも。
ああ、漫画で読んだな。吸血鬼は十字架が怖くて近づけねえけど、使い魔たちはへっちゃらなんで使い魔に襲わせるみたいなシーンを読んだことがあるぜ。
So you're telling me that we are not safe?
バトラたちに昨日あげたサソリのキーホルダーのようなお守りもこの火星の5の魔法陣だよ。
But those were less diligent, so they were not as good.
込められている力は微々たるものだけど、この島を出るまでの間を守ってくれるだけなら十分だった。
Oh, for you? Okay, well, we're safe now. Hooray!
なくしちゃったそうだけどね。
Spoken like a true snake's oil sailor.
サソリのキーホルダーのお守り。
ああ、昨日私が母さんに渡したお守りはマリアにもらったものだったんだよ。ドアノブにかけると魔除けになるとか言われて、私より母さんの方がいいかなって。
そうでしたか。ジェシカにしては変わったものを持っていると思っていました。
夏日おばさんがあれをドアノブに？
ええ。
I hate Maria so much when she's like this.
夕べそう聞き、寝る前に扉の内側のドアノブにかけました。
なら夏日おばさんはとても幸運だよ。そうだったなら夕べベアトリーチェは夏日おばさんに指一本触れられなかっただろうね。
But you said that she has a familia, and the familia were responsible for Kinso's death. So why not apply that to Nasuhi too? Come on, Maria, you can't even get your own story straight. I am disappointed. Really?
ベアトリーチェはさぞや悔しがったと思うよ。
What about the familia? You did say that like 5 hours ago. What do you mean? Excuse me. So you're going to tell me that Kinso inside the door with the well-made, diligently made scorpion charm can repel the witch, but she decided to send Familia to attack Kinso and it works. But for Nasuhi, she just hang the sheep scorpion charm, not as well made, but you're telling me that Beatrice can't send Familia after her? Like, come on. Beatrice, annoyed, could lay one finger. Nasuhi thought back on that eerie graffiti she had seen that morning, like someone had been tearing at the outside of her door with blood-soaked hands, and gasped in surprise. Could it be that this witch who called herself Beatrice had tried to enter through the door to her very own room? But the magic repelling charm had been hanging from the inside, so she couldn't break through the door. So she was annoyed. And so she sent her familia just like Kinso. But no, for some reason. So she scratched at it. What about Kinso's room?
よせよ、そういう話。魔女なんかいないぜ。いるのは犯人。
But even the expert at witches can't even get the story straight.
それも私たちと同じ人間だ。それを確かめる必要があるってなら、八つ先にして血が赤いかも確認してやろうじゃねえか。
Well, first we have to find her or him. Let's not assume Beatrice pronouns.
強くもカノン君も
I'm sorry, but I'm still a little bit suspicious of Canon. Click. Genji unlocked the door. The eight entered Kinso's study. Well, easy peasy. Probably means we're safe. Problem over. Grandfather's study. I'd heard rumors about beforehand, so it didn't surprise me all that much. He had done nothing more than fortify it thoroughly with his occult hobbies. If grandfather's hobby had been chasing after pop idols, these walls might have been buried beneath idol posters. True, even if I didn't understand it, I did realize that this room was an amalgamation of all the things he enjoyed. Even so, I couldn't help but remain dumbfounded by the smell of his creepy medicine and the sweet stench that seemed to melt my head. Oh, the lock seems steady. When the door closed, it automatically made a clank. I see. This is the auto lock that's activated whenever the door is closed, and there were only two keys which could open this door from the outside, both of which were in this room. In other words, this room had become a locked room. The shutter, the receipt, the chain, and now the auto lock. Let's see the witch defeat this lock. This fourth door had been locked in the most magnificent fashion yet, constructing a locked room in a perfect form that none could argue with. Just to make absolutely sure that the room was secure, we checked all over for ways in and out. The windows were tightly locked. That should have been enough, but just in case, we tried knocking all over the walls. After all, there had been whispers that there might be a hidden door in this room, but we couldn't find anything suspicious. Grandfather... sorry about this, let me take some minutes. Grandfather's study was very large. Even though we called it a study, it wasn't really a single room. It could be divided up into 4 basic sections: a study section, a bedroom section, a toilet bathroom section, and a section for cooking that had a sink. I see. This study does have enough in it to live in. Now I could understand how grandfather could live his whole life in this room without ever leaving. It seemed that grandfather wasn't in the habit of watching TV. There was no television in this room, nor even a radio for some reason. Until tomorrow morning. My nose is very clogged. I regret playing visual novel today. Okay, let me clear it really quickly. There would be nothing for us to do but pass the time listening to the sound of the rain. Dr. Nanjo gazed at the chessboard that sat on the table in front of the sofa and muttered. It was apparently the partly finished chess match he'd been playing with grandfather until yesterday. The black had the white pretty well cornered, and it looked like checkmate would be reached within a few moves, the end of the endgame. even though checkmate had almost been reached. The endgame had been lashed, and in the end was never completed. He did.
金蔵さん、やはりこの勝負は決着がつきませんでしたな。南條先生、わしは長く金蔵さんの友人だったが、金蔵さんのことを知っているのは半分だけでしかなかった。金蔵さんにはいつも聡明な金蔵さんと何かの狂気にとらわれた金蔵さんの2人が同居していたように思う。
Multiple personality, you say, just like Maria, huh?
わしは金蔵さんのことを何も理解してはおらんかった。
Me too.
特にベアトリーチェ様のことになると人が変わったようでしたっけね。
In the direction of Kumasawa-san's upward gaze, a portrait of Beatrice could be seen. It wasn't massive like the one hanging in the entrance hall, but small, made for this room. Grandfather probably spent every day in this room, and so much of his time talking to the witch in that portrait. Who was Beatrice to grandfather in the first place? By now, you couldn't just explain her away by saying she was a story made by their parents to frighten children away from wandering into the forest. While eating the canned food we had brought from the kitchen, we talked together about who Beatrice was. Whether the culprit was Beatrice herself or someone pretending to be her. Whether they were a witch or a human, the lady in this portrait was strongly related to the basis and background of these crimes. You couldn't talk about them without talking about her.
そうだ、母さん、エヴァおばさんたちの部屋で犯人の手紙を拾ったんでしょ。
Oh yeah, I was thinking, when are you going to read the thing?
まだ開けていませんでしたね。開けてみましょう。
Unless he took out the Western-style envelope, Keiji-san pulled a letter opener out of a drawer in the study desk and handed it to her. While watching her open it, Georgie Aniki grimaced slightly, and it says, "Psych, you got pranked," and such. No, after all, it was a letter left at the site where his parents had been murdered. There was a good chance that its contents would say something unbearable to Aniki. It seemed that Anasaki also realized that, so she glanced over the contents first without reading it aloud. We were a little frightened that she might grimace after reading something shocking, but she just frowned unhappily.
内容は何だ。
不愉快な一文があります。
Only one? Okay.
私たちを挑発するつもりなのでしょう。
Just tell me what it is. Anasaki, after deciding that the contents could be shown to the children, set it openly on the table. Everyone stared at it at the same time.
我が名をたたえよ。
Ooh. Really? Thanks, game. Also, oh yeah, the letter was at the third twilight, I guess.
なんだよこれ。
You tell me.
うせえぜ。
ベアトリーチェの勝ち名乗りみたいなものだろうね。
Well, a bit premature celebration, don't you think? We are now in a locked room. No one can touch us. No one can hurt us. I'm sure. Ho.
大方、また怪しげな魔法陣でも出てくるのを期待してたんだろう。
Why? The magic circle was already at the door, so
魔
no
法
need
陣で
to.
はなかったけどね。想像は裏切られなかったよ。
What? What do you mean? Just as you expected?
どういう意味でしょう。
You tell
自
me.
分の存在を誇示したいのでしょうか。
そう考えるのが妥当でしょう。
She wants to do that. Just take photograph of herself and mail to us in the envelope.
この手紙で初めて私たちは昨夜の手紙の主が犯人であると理解できる。
Are you sure?
ここに書かれている内容よりも昨夜と同じ封筒でというところに 意味があるものと思います。
Oh yeah, the custom-made envelope and the wax. Right.
封筒も風浪も間違いなく親方様が使われていたものです。
When you say that, but we should have pat everyone down for the head ring. Though I suspect that no one would have the ring, since I think those envelopes are pre-made, so they don't have to carry the head ring around.
おお、
Oh,
もう私には何が何だか分かりませんよ。
me too.
こんなことは後ろ宮のお家にお仕えして以来初めてのことです。
昨日の手紙の言う通りならベアトリーチェは自称じい様の最古の腹心だ。じい様も常々そう口にしてたんですよね。
I directed the question to Genji-san and Kumasawa-san, who nodded together.
ってことはじい様の次に詳しいのは源氏さんと熊沢さんってことになる。
Oh, is this story time? Here we go.
話してくれないっすか。
私は長いことわざと耳にしなかった話です。ですがこの後に及んではそうも言っていられません。源氏、知っている限りを話しなさい。
Dots. Genji-san didn't answer. Did he remain silent despite his knowledge, or did he know nothing at all? Still, I had a good guess. The ghost story of the witch Beatrice had long been deified among the servants. He had probably been very close to grandfather too and his occult hobbies. So there was a good chance that he'd been indoctrinated with even weirder things, like being furniture from IKEA, and had increasingly come to deify the witch. As grandfather's most trusted servant who has sworn loyalty to him, he might be the most influenced by the witch illusion that grandfather had created. So there was only one reason for Genji-san to remain silent. He could say it, but it would definitely cause a backlash, so it was better if he kept his mouth shut, and it wasn't like we would believe him anyway. Something along those lines. Only a short while ago, Maria had been more than willing to speak bluntly and unrestrainedly, and that had earned her a scuffle with Jessica. It was natural for Genji-san to keep his silence. Okay, so no story it is.
お
Cool.
父様の愛人ですか。
Mistress? Oh yeah, that's possible. But what's she now? His mistress. That could be possible. For ordinary or poor people, polygamy isn't only viewed negatively from a moral perspective. It is also an unmaintainable financial situation. But that isn't the case for the very rich. It's possible for them to have another lover in addition to their new wife. We can't deny the possibility that grandfather had another woman in his life besides grandmother.
かもな。ばあ様は生きてた頃よく疑ってたらしいぜ。浮気相手がいるってな。私はてっきりそれはじい様の想像の中の魔女のことを指してるんだとばかり思ってたんだが。
So you're telling me that no one met her even when she's supposedly alive?
それなんとも面白い話になってきたぜ。源氏さんは俺に言ったよな。ベアトリーチェはこの屋敷ができる以前からじい様に仕えてたって。
お屋敷が竣工したのは昭和27年と聞いています。
Right, she has to be with Kinso before he even revived the Ushinomiya family because she gave Kinso the gold and Kinso used the gold to do business.
ってことはベアトリーチェという人は30年以上も昔からおじい様と連れ添っていたということになるね。
That's a long time.
その30年前の愛人、もしくはその縁者や隠し子が何かの恨みがあって何らかの復讐を企んだ。
Wait, why revenge? Because in my insane motive theory, I thought that he was like from the other family whose parents were negatively impacted by Kinso's business and killed themselves. So that's why he's out for revenge. But why would this warrant a revenge?
なるほど。洋館ミステリーっぽいありがちなストーリーになってきたじゃねえか。
I was about to say he's not blonde, but Butler has red hair and I don't know his Leo matters. Leo hair color. Oh well, we will never know.
汚らわしい話ですが、一番納得できる筋書きです。どうですか、源氏。
But revenge for what?
おそらく親方様に恋愛の感情は終わりになられたでしょう。
What? You don't say.
亡くなられた奥様より愛しておられたに違いありません。
Poor waifu.
ベアトリーチェってのは何者なんだよ。そして今はどうしてるんだ。
What is her favorite food? Tell me now. Oh.
お屋敷ができるより前にお亡くなりになったと聞いています。
She did. Okay. Well, that was awkward. Okay, she did. What do we do?
すでに死んでいる。
Ooh, she's a ghost.
はい。親方様は大層深く悲しまれ、ベアトリーチェ様を蘇らせる方法として、黒魔術に傾倒なさっていったのです。
For you?
親方様はベアトリーチェ様を心の底から愛しておられたのです。このような狂気に駆り立てるほどに。
As Kiki-san said this, he spread his arms as though asking us to look at his room filled with the signs of grandfather's madness. Ooh. Ooh, she's a ghost. Oh, I thought we were crashing or something. We were all at a loss for words. Before this, his black magic hobby was nothing other than creepy. But now it's extra creepy. And we had found it impossible to understand what drove him to devote himself to it. Nobody had tried to understand Kinzo, dismissing him as an eccentric who had restored the Ushinomiya family amidst his madness. What do you mean? I still don't understand Kinzo at all. All that had been on grandfather's mind was the loss of the woman he loved and the sorrow of being unable to give up on her. Just a few moments ago, this loom had seemed creepy, but in an instant, everything about it started making sense. The creepy books, the creepy magic circles, the creepy medicine, all of it. All just because he wanted to revive once more the visage of a single woman who had left this world 30 long years ago.
一度だけ深く酔われた親方様にベアトリーチェ様のお話を聞かされたことがあります。詳しいことは忘れてしまいましたが。
Oh, thank you.
それはもう女の私が聞いて羨むような深い深い愛情でございました。
金蔵さんは後宮家の当主を継いだ時、当時まだ生き残っていた後宮家の長老たちの意向で亡くなった奥さんとの結婚を決められたのです。
That's horrible.
つまり後宮家にとって得になる女性との結婚を強制された。
さようです。金蔵さんはお家復興のためだけに当主に据えられ、全ての重責を背負わされたのです。そんな金蔵さんがどこでどういう経緯でベアトリーチェと知り合ったのかは分かりかねます。
Well, we will never know because he did.
それ以上語るのは無粋だな。
That was when grandfather truly fell in love for the first time. How deep that affection must have been. It was easy to tell just by looking around us. This room was covered with piles upon piles of things having to do with black magic, and grandfather has spent day after long day shut in here, immersed in his research and isolated from the outside world, never taking a single day off. You couldn't help but realize how deep grandfather's love for Beatrice was.
私誤解してたよ、源氏さん。
何をでしょうか。
私、使用人の人たちが魔女を問診するのは、じい様の気持ち悪い黒魔術趣味に感化されてるからじゃないかって。
What do you mean? The witch? Well, not the witch. Beatrice dead for 30 years. What do you mean?
違ったんだな。
Is this a ghost? Perhaps they had been acting as though at least Beatrice's soul had been restored and existed inside the mansion in order to soothe grandfather's heart. That's not the impression that I get in the kitchen scene with Bartola. No. What? Am I being gaslighted by the game? With crossed eyes and an expression as though he was remembering something from the distant past, Genji maintained his silence. He probably felt that to confess that would be to betray his one and only master in the most serious way, even though that person was already dead. We're going to die! Just tell the truth! There's a murderer that claimed to be Beatrice, and you are going to still keep secrets? Come on. Beatrice has revived as a witch, and she is in the mansion even now. What? I thought that she... What is this? So weird. I thought she need to do all these things before the resurrection or revival or whatever. But no. There was his mantra, what he had believed, what he had made others believe, and Genji would take that with him to the grave. This might have been the last service he could offer his master. The legend of the witch, the mysterious tale of Lord Kenjima that was still whispered of amongst the servants. His true nature was a sad lie. No, an act of kindness towards grandfather who had lost the person he loved above all else.
私はお父様の前で魔女を否定する話を何度か口にした覚えがあります。
And what did he do next?
今ならそれがどれだけお父様を傷つけていたか。
今の僕にならわかるよ。
I don't. What?
シャノンを蘇らせる方法が黒魔術だというなら、僕は今すぐにもこの部屋の次の主となって研究を始めるよ。
兄貴。
Yeah, why don't you try? Another strand of tears dripped from Georgie's eyes. I like how Georgie want to resurrect Shannon, but not his parents. Maybe it was infectious. Tears rose to Jessica's eyes too, and she sniffed.
ベアトリーチェは言っていたよ。
When?
もうじき蘇ることができる。
When?
会うことができるって。
Very soon, the door to the Golden Land will be opened. In that promised land that glitters gold, she'll resurrect all the dead people's souls and revive the love they possessed as well. And I will sleep in a world of peacefulness forevermore.
そう言ったのか。
When?
マリアに手紙を渡したベアトリーチェは。
Why is nobody ask Maria the right question? I don't understand. Ask her when. When did she say this?
信じないよね。
He spun her.
ここにじい様がいたならきっと喜んだろうな。もうじきベアトリーチェが蘇ることにさぞや踊り上がって喜んだろうな。なら俺は信じたぜ。じい様が半生をかけて研究したことで蘇り 愛した女の魂が蘇ったと信じて寿命を全うできるって言うんなら、俺も信じたぜ。
For sure.
バトラー。
一人の女性をずっと愛し続けた気持ちが周りにも伝わり、真実となる。それを気遣いと呼べばそれまでだろうけれど、今の僕はあえてそれを魔法と呼んであげたいね。
気遣いじゃないよ。本当に魔法だよ。
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
魔女だよ。やっ
You
ぱ
are the
り
witch.
誰にもベアトリーチェの姿は見えないんだね。
Some time passed. As we listened to the sound of the rain, we considered what kind of love and madness must have possessed the owner of this room as he spent half of his life here. Cool story,
女
bro.
の私から言えば、お父様の純愛の気持ちも少しは理解したいところですが、それではお母様の立つ瀬がありません。
同感だぜ。浮気は浮気。
Yeah, I guess.
綺麗事にされちゃかなわねえよな。
それもそうだ。ばあ様が気の毒になっちまうぜ。
それでベアトリーチェとおじい様の間に子供がいたなんて話はある？
Oh yeah. Do they? The keyword Beatrice has been hidden in every corner of this case, so it's natural to suspect any relative of Beatrice.
いえ、
Oh, well, that. Oh. Okay. No, he says.
そのような話は聞いたことがありません。
But maybe they have secret kids. Plural.
仮にいたとしたら最愛の人の忘れがたみとしてきっと全ての愛情を注ぎ込んだだろうね。
That's true.
それがなく黒魔術に没頭していったなら子供はいなかったと考えるべきなのかな。
そういえばこんな噂を聞いたことがあるぜ。知ってるだろ？
No.
じい様が福音の家っていう福祉施設に莫大な援助をしてるって話。
Oh, finally, we are going to talk about this gospel house.
よしなさい。それはお父様を冒涜する中傷に過ぎません。
教えてくれよ、夏日おばさん。隠し事はなしなのはおばさんもだと思うっすよ。
くだらない話です。お父様はその施設に莫大な援助をし、社会勉強の一環として当家の使用人雇用枠を開放していました。それをお父様に汚らわしい趣味があると吹聴する愚か者がいたというだけの話です。
What foul
一
motivations?
時期それが黒魔術の生贄にするためだみたいな噂になってさ。
I could believe them.
実際いつもこの部屋で怪しげな実験や儀式を繰り返してたわけで、私も半分は信じてたところがあったぜ。
その福音の家出身の使用人ってのは？
何人かいますが、親族会議中のシフトではシャノンとカノンの2人でした。
Why? Why only these two every year? Really? To resurrect Beatrice, he has summoned servants from a welfare institute as sacrifices? I
確かに
don't.
じい様が使用人
I
として選ぶ
really
の
don't
はいつもシャノンやカノン君くらいの若い子ばかり。私だってじい様には妙な趣味があるに違いないって信じてたぜ。
Why? Let's dismiss this black magic first. Why would he select only young people? I don't know. I mean, what would he look for in a young servant? Or maybe he's that good. Like he has a good heart. So welfare for kids, I guess.
ジェシカ、言葉を慎みなさい。
No! When Aunt Nasuhi scolded her, the atmosphere instantly went sour and everyone fell silent as quiet. However, something was tugging at the back of my mind. Sacrifices, sacrifices, sacrifices brought over from the gospel house. Well, if you say that, then why can't they just sacrifice the servants? Why drag like his grandchildren into this? What is it? Freaky words like sacrifices don't pop up often. Are we going to talk about the epitaph now? Yet I've seen or heard that word somewhere recently. Oh, the epitaph. Okay. Some part of my memory is tugging at me. Come on, Beatrice. What do you know? I had arrived in front of the portrait of Beatrice. It wasn't as vast as the one in the entrance hall, but that portrait, which he must have had drawn by some famous painter, was still just as intimidating in this smaller size. Portable size, eatable size even. Below it, just like in the entrance hall, was the epitaph said to point out the place where the gold was hidden. Oh, really? They have the epitaph too? Cool. あわ
生贄だ。
なんだよバトラ、急に気持ち悪いこと言うなよ。
生贄を6人。
Oh, finally, we are going to talk about this. Ah! Both of my eyes open as wide as plates. Right there, everything had been predicted since the very beginning. Everyone crowded around. Oops, wrong button. And the same expression of terror filled every face. Yes, it was written in the epitaph. On the first twilight, sacrifice the 6 people chosen by the key.
間違いない。最初に死んだのは6人だ。そしてシャッターに書かれた魔法陣じゃねえ、ヘブライ語でも生贄を捧げると書いてあった。
Yes, yes, and we use so far.
私は最初からそう言ってる。
You said nothing about the epitaph. But she did say that, but she said that in the very soft voice. That's right. Maria had said it at the very beginning, right after we found the 6 bodies. When Maria was in the parlor watching TV, she had said it. Ooh, killers, not human. Just the sacrifices chosen by the key. Except that time, the word sacrifices chosen and the key was replaced by, I think, the dash. I think.
これは黄金の隠し場所なんかじゃねえ。黒魔術か何かの復活の儀式の手順なんだ。
Well, it could be both. Why not?
確かこの碑文には大勢の死が必要になるはず。
But why?
確かにざっと読むだけでも6たす2たす5で。
I trust you. I can't math.
13人は死ななくちゃならないことになってるぜ。
It has to be number 13, huh?
普段はこの島には何人いるんですか？
使用人のシフトにもよるでしょうが、お父様、夫に、私にジェシカ、そして使用人が2、3人。
Ah, so not enough.
昨日今日は5人いてもらってますが、普段はそこまでいません。
ってことはだ、この儀式を実行しようとしたら、普段じゃ生贄が足らないってわけだ。いや、違うぜ。じい様は福音の家から不気味な儀式の生贄にするために使用人を取ったという噂。
Yeah, so that doesn't make sense, no?
つまりなんだよ、生贄の人数を増やすために使用人を増やし、さらに人数が集まる年に一度の親族会議は
Like, couldn't he just collect 13 servants?
この儀式を執り行える年にたった一度唯一のタイミングだったってことじゃねえか。
When Jessica screamed this, Maria broke out in that creepy laugh, looking truly pleased. Oh, please don't.
人は運気を試すためにある種の確率に願掛けをすることがない？
Not like this. Like throwing a sandal and saying that if it lands right side up, tomorrow will be sunny. Or saying that tomorrow will be a good day if a coin lands on heads. There were many little superstitions like that. If you're fed up at how nothing is going right for you, and you happen to roll some dice and get 3 sixes, it would probably make you want to believe that it's a sign of some miracle. When flipping a sun door, you have, at worst, a 50% chance. Even if you get it right side up, it's not worth much. But if you carelessly roll 3 dice and they all come up 6, you might think that's a small
魔
miracle.
術にもそういう考えはあるんだよ。限りなくありえない出目を期待してひたすらに祈祷を続ける。
So what is he? A chaos mage?
そうして蓄えられた祈祷の念は奇跡の出目が現れた時魔力をもって具現化される。おじいさまがしようとした魔術は多分そういうもの。鍵が無作為に選ぶ生贄の抽選。
And the lottery is who is in the mansion at that time. Cool.
それに万が一自分が当たることがないようにこの島に最も人が多くなる日を選んで儀式を実行した。
バカバカしい。これらが全て怪しげな魔法の儀式の過程で起こった事件だと言い出すのですか。
I know, right? Nasuhi, tell her. Nasuhi yelled. She couldn't stop thinking fearfully about how she might have been protected just because of the scorpion charm. That's nonsense. Like, even if I believe in magic, that was nonsense. If I hadn't received that charm from Jessica and hung it from my doorknob, would I have been killed? Been one of those 6? Why? I mean, wouldn't that mean there's 7 people dead instead? And the strangest part is even though I hung the charm from the inside of my door, they couldn't get through the door. The killer had noticed the charm from outside the door and had given up trying to open the door. A human couldn't have perceived that. The charm meant to stop someone that was not human had done just that. Who knew about... Was someone else at the scene when Jessica gave Nasuhi her charm? Was it Kumasawa? Because by that logic, we could kind of confirm that at least she's a accomplice of sorts. Still, I don't know if she was threatened or what. But I don't think she was the one who killed everyone. But I don't think Canon was at the place where Jessica gave Nasuhi the charm. I only remember Kumasawa. I actually am not sure. Impossible. Or maybe it was the servants or someone who got the key. Tried to... Well, they opened the door and they looked at the doorknob inside and saw the charm, I guess. Oh wait, does Nasuhi Loom have keychain? Or chain, not keychain, sorry. The security chain. I don't remember.
だが夏日さん、確かに碑文の内容はその後をなぞっとる。
I feel like you just... What do we call? Swap cause and effect? Maybe someone is trying to replicate the epitaph, but not for magical reason.
第二の晩に残されし者は寄り添う二人を引き裂け。これは エヴァ様たちのことを指しているのでしょうか。
悔しいけどそうだと判断せざるを得ない。
I thought that tear apart two who are close means separating the two from each other, but that was seems like they teared the two from the rest of us. So am I interpreting this wrong?
そして母さんたちを殺した犯人は続く第三の番の言葉を手紙に書きその場に残したんだからね。
そうだな。第2の番を実行し第3の番をその場に残した。第3の番はまさにさっき夏日おばさんが読んだ通りだぜ。
On the third twilight, those who remain shall place my noble name. Now I read it. It just keeps going on, doesn't it? On the fourth twilight, gouge the head and kill. Gouge the head and kill. Georgie and Ki's parents were killed with the demon's ice peaks gouged into their heads. But if that counted as the second twilight, someone else must be gouged in the head.
じいさまだ。焼却炉の中で焼かれてたからそっちに目がいっちまって気づかなかったがじいさまも眉間にいや頭をえぐられてた。
じいさまが第4の番の犠牲者。じゃあカノン君は
第5の番に胸をえぐりて殺せ。カノン君については犯人との突発的な遭遇による犯行だと思ってたけど違う。誰か一人をおびき出し胸を貫くことを初めから狙っていたんだ。
I guess you can guess from how they burn the body. That's the excellent way to lure someone.
もし犯人がこれをなぞっているとしたならまだ3人が死ななければならないというのですか。
But no fear, because we are in locked room with a gun. On the sixth twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the seventh twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the eighth twilight, gouge the leg and kill.
確かにそう読み取れますけど。
Well, no worries. We're in here, the most safest room in Japan.
いやそいつはどうかな。あと3人が死ねば第9の番になる。見てみろよ。
On the ninth twilight, the witch revives and none shall be left alive.
私た
Oh.
ちはベラトリーチェにみんな殺される。
わけがわかんね
Me
え。
too.
結局何人いようが最後には全員死ぬってことじゃねえか。じいさまは何が目的だったんだ。この儀式じゃじいさま自身何をどうしたって生き残れねえじゃないか。
Yeah, but maybe not before seeing the witch face one more time.
誰も生き残れなくていいんだよ。
Well, I hope she died first. It doesn't matter that no one's left alive. What?
第10の番には黄金鏡にたどり着く。
On the 10th twilight, the journey ends and you shall reach the home of the gold. The witch shall place the wise and bestow 4 treasures.
おじいさまは死を恐れてなんかいなかったんだよ。
Well, 4 is an unlucky number in Japan.
ほら、4つの宝の2番と3番を見てごらんよ。
一つは全ての死者の魂を蘇らせ一つは失った愛すらも蘇らせる。つまりおじい様は自分がこの儀式の途中で死んでしまってもやがては復活できると信じてた。
Well, it says resurrects dead people's souls, not bodies. I wonder if that's significant. And also, if this works, then where's magic in other parts of the world?
バカバカしいぜ。妄言だぜ。
Yeah,
死んだらそれまでだろ。
yeah, people die when you are killed.
死者は生き返らない。人類が何千年もかけて追い求め結局は未だに成し遂げられない奇跡だぜ。つまりこういうことだろ。 死後の世界で再会できて蘇ることができるとか、そういう類だろ。
ジェシカの言い分通りだとするなら、こいつはつまり老い先短いじい様が恋に狂っての自殺まがい。
Murder suicide, is that what you are going for?
いや、壮大な無理心中ってことなのか。
That's messed up.
ケンジ、その可能性は考えられるのですか？
わかりません。親方様は時に千年の未来を見越されるほどの聡明なお方です。
Ooh, can you tell the winning lottery number?
しかし、凡庸な私にはそれが狂気としか映らないこともあります。
それってイエスって意味だよな。熊沢さんはどうなんだよ。
私は何も知りません。知りませんとも。
Hey,
知っていたなら今日この島にいると思いますか？
that's true.
仮病でも何でも使ってお休みしていますよ。
You're good.
おじい様の長年の友人である南條先生のご意見は？
源氏さんに同じです。金蔵さんは凡人をはるかに超越した方だった。そこにある種の人間離れした力すらも感じることはありました。
Really?
私にも金蔵さんが何を考えてこの碑文を残されたのかわからない。
一つだけ言えるのは、仮にこの筋書きを作ったのがお父様であっても、実行しているのは別の人間だということです。
No kidding. He got burned.
確かに、少なくともじい様とカノン君を襲った犯人は他にいる。
Wait, are we sure that nobody else nobody else has the polydactyl feet? I'll assume no. No, I guess.
しかもそいつはこの碑文通りまだ事件を続けようとしている。
僕たちが深く考えなかった最初の手紙、あれにはなんて書いてあっただろう。
What? We thought back to the recitation of the letter last night. Beatrice had proclaimed something inside the letter. She had proclaimed that in accordance with her contract with Kinzo, she would collect everything of the Ushinomiya family as interest. But then she had also revealed a special clause. If someone discovered the location of the gold grandfather had hidden, that right would be lost. At the time that the letter had been read, grandfather was still alive, but at the time it had already been sealed with wax by the head's ring, which meant that grandfather had handed the ring over to Beatrice while he was still alive. If you think about that straightforwardly, we should probably take that to mean that Beatrice is carrying out the strange contract and grandfather is securing her that right. Simply put, it was the same as saying that grandfather knew of and approved of the contents of that letter. In other words, it's as though it was a joint message from Beatrice and grandfather, telling us that Beatrice will start collecting interest if we don't solve the riddle. But why? In short, grandfather and Beatrice were telling us to solve the epitaph's riddle. Why? And if we couldn't, they were saying they would kill us all, following the procedure in the epitaph. What meaning is there to that? What do they want? I don't have a clue what it means.
ほら、ベアトリーチェからまた手紙だよ。
What? What?
なんだって？
Maria was pointing at the top of the table, where the canned food that everyone had been eating just now still lay. For real? So it's one of them. I don't. I think the cousins all have alibi. I don't know if Maria have stashed the letters like all along, so I suspect her but she'll only be accomplice and not the murderer. I suspect Genji like so much right now, assuming that Kanon actually died. Okay. A Western style envelope was sitting there, but so what? Anasahi let out a hysterical cry, looking between her own hand and the table, because the envelope that she had just opened was still grasped in her hand, and despite that, there's an envelope on the table.
なんだよ、どういうことだよマリア。
You tell me.
その封筒はどこから出てきたんだ。
今見たら置いてあった。
Was it you?
うん。
Ooh.
うわ、私は何も知りませんよ。
冗談じゃねえ。ここには俺たち8人しかいねえんだぞ。
Yeah, it must be either Genji or Kumasawa.
9人目
For sure.
がこっそり忍び込んでいたなんてこともあるわけがねえ。俺たちがちょいと肖像画の前に集まっていたわずかの隙しかないんだぞ。
Uh-oh.
全員下がりなさい。
Ooh.
壁へ下がりなさい。
Anasahi was pointing the rifle at Genji and the others, bellowing at them. Genji-san was overpowered, his face looking like he didn't have a clue what was going on. Of course, I felt the same, but a few moments later, I reached the same conclusion Anasahi had. Until just a few seconds ago, ooh, the music is so good. There was no letter like this on the table, and nobody had entered this room. That means someone among us had placed it there during the few seconds when everyone was looking away, preoccupied with the portrait.
バトラ君、この封筒を開けて中身を読んで。
I picked up the envelope. It was still sealed with wax. Even without disturbing its contents, I realized that this was an unopened envelope, an unknown envelope. Without relying on a letter opener, I warily tore it open and pulled out the letter inside. The contents were as follows.
金蔵様の碑文の謎をお楽しみいただいているでしょうか。
Oh, wow. Okay, new voice.
すでにご存知と思いますが、皆様方には時間が多くは残されてはおりません。どうか嵐が過ぎ去れば逃げ出すことができるという甘えをお捨てくださいませ。このゲームには私と皆様方のどちらが勝つかの結果しかない。時間切れは私の勝ちとなる。引き分けはありません。そこをどうか誤解なきようお願い申し上げます。
って内容だぜ。
Oh my.
この手紙を誰が置いたかは明白ではありません。ですが疑わしき人物を絞ることはできました。あなたたちです。
奥様。
He's smart. She's so smart.
それはあんまりにございます。
I don't trust you.
私は肖像画の前に行く直前、ここに缶詰を置きました。その時このような怪しげな手紙は決して置かれていなかったことを確認。そしてその時すでにジェシカとジョージ君、バトラ君は肖像画の前にいた。そして彼らはこの手紙が現れるまで肖像画の前を離れていない。つまりあなたたち4人の中にその手紙を置いた人物がいる。ベアトリーチェがいる。
おお、ベアトリーチェはマリアたちじゃない。ベアトリーチェはいるの。
Yeah, 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 and Santa exists.
お黙りなさい。あなたたちの中の一人が疑わしいのか全員が疑わしいのか分かりません。
Nasahi, shoot her, please.
しかし確実にあなたたちの中に犯人が混じっている。
そうだぜ。19人目なんかいるわけがない。魔女なんかいるわけがないんだ。カノン君を殺したのだってそうさ。熊沢さんなら説明できるよ。
No, I don't think so.
熊沢さんは本当はカノン君と一緒にボイラー室に入り殺したんだ。
You think the old woman have enough force to ram the stake into his chest? Come on.
そして後から来たらもう倒れていたと嘘をついた。
Well, that's possible, but
誤解ですお嬢様。私がなぜそのようなことを。
母さんたちをどうやってあの密室で殺したのかは見当もつかない。
well, I have a theory that I said the last stream, but in short, the servants begged them to open the door by themselves, unsetting the keychain by their own volition. Open the door for the dinner or the bed envelope. But then, surprise! Bam! They die. That easy. And then they reset the security chain using a long tweezer or I don't know, a forceps or something. Oh, Erika Butter Gaming. Hello. I hope you're doing well. Hear me.
でも母さんたちが殺された時、使用人の人たち以外の全員にはアリバイがあった。
Right, Georgie, you are so smart.
なかったのは使用人の人たちだけ。
True.
でも本当に疑ってもいいんだろうか。
Oh, or maybe Eva and Hideyoshi went crazy and stabbed themselves with the stake into their head. That sounds insane, isn't it?
確かにそれを言い出したら全ての件でアリバイはないが。
True. Should we really be so quick to make that judgment? But this time, in this room, in this place, in this moment, in this minimally small bit of time and space, it's obvious. Only one of the four of them could have set the letter there in our blind spot. We can't tell who put it there, but it's obvious that one of the four did it. To be fair, I feel like Natsuhi could do it too, but I don't know why would she do that, because in utter murder, I think she has alibi, so it couldn't be her, right? Why would Nanjo work with the servants? That's weird. Maybe it's a coincidence, no? But I feel like in Eva and Hideyoshi's death, I feel like if it was Kanon or Genji, Nanjo would have known that they went somewhere and did something. Or maybe he didn't know. Maybe he thought that they were doing their seven things. God, so Nanjo is a victim as well. Oh wow, this is hard. I thought it was Kanon, but apparently he died. So I thought it was Genji. And I had motive, possible motive for Kanon and everything. Come on.
どうか落ち着きなさい。今日一日いろいろなことがあった。心が参っているのはよくわかります。
南條先生をお疑い申し上げるのは非常に心苦しいです。
No, not Nanjo. He's the good guy.
お父様の主治医として、唯一無二の親友として、長くお父様と共にあられた。
He's right. Oops.
ビアトリーチェのことも知っているかもしれない。何かの古いしがらみを知っていて、隠しているのではありませんか？
Nanjo, do you wear a blonde wig and impersonate as Beatrice? Yes or no?
そんなはずはない。落ち着きなさい。
It was pitiful to watch Dr. Nanjo frantically pleading his innocence. It was probably a normal reaction that anyone would give if they were suspected. Kumasawa was the same. Since Jessica had started suspecting her in the murder of Kanon, she was now totally frustrated. I don't think Kumasawa assaulted anyone, but I feel like Kumasawa at least assists some murder. That was why Genji's still calm appearance looked so bold, and Natsuhi pointed the barrel of the gun.
源氏、 あなたはお父様の一番の部下です。ベアトリーチェとはあなたがお父様に見せた幻想で、あなたこそがその実行者だったのではないのですか？
So she's literally asking, Genji, did you wear the blonde wig and impersonate as Beatrice? And what? He's the one who gave Maria the letter? Maria, it's me, Beatrice, the Golden Witch. Here's the letter and the umbrella. Go.
そうお疑いいただけるのは奥様が私を親方様の一番のしもべだとお認めいただけたというこのような場ではありますが、しかしこの手紙を置いたのは私ではありません。
For sure.
それを私が鵜呑みにできると思いますか？
Well, it's obvious that one of them, well, not one of them, let's say someone in the room did it, right?
お前が首謀者に決まっています。あるいは熊沢も南條先生もその共犯かもしれない。
Well, I think Kumasawa is an accomplice. I'm not sure about Nanjo. I feel like Nanjo didn't really do anything. Except when at midnight he was apparently at the Shadow Realm or something.
マリアちゃんもです。
Not content to doubt just the adults, Anasuhi pointed the gun relentlessly at Maria too, but Maria acted as though nothing had happened. Or maybe she thought she would be fine even if she was shot.
マリアちゃん、今この場ではもう幼いから疑いの枠から外すという段階にない。だから誰もが昨夜からずっと持ってきた疑問をもう一度ぶつけさせてもらいます。昨日バラ庭園であなたに手紙を渡したベアトリーチェは誰です？
Stop asking that question. Just ask her what she looked like.
マリア、ごまかすんじゃねえぜ。この際はっきりさせろ。お前に手紙を渡したのは誰なんだよ。
Employ enhanced interrogation technique. Punch her, shoot her, do
だ
something.
から何度も言ってるよ。ベアトリーチェだよ。1000年を生きる黄金の魔女なんだよ。姿を知りたければ後ろを振り返ればいい。ほら、そこにいるよ。
Oh. So, okay. Wait, really? Someone actually went through the trouble to dress as as the Golden Witch with the wig and the dress and everything? So it must be woman, right? There's no way a man pulled that off. So I still think that it was Shannon, and then she got silenced because I don't know, she might be trying to spill the beans or something. Maybe because of her love for Georgie, I don't know.
ベアトリーチェが
バカにしてんのかてめえ。
It's me!
よせジェシカ、
Punch her!
マリアをよせ。状況が分かってんのか。そんなこと言って何になるってんだ。無意味な挑発はよしやがるってんだ。
マリアにはわかんないよ。バトラたちは誰が犯人ならいいの？
You, Maria! I wish that you are the culprit.
自分たちの中に犯人がいると信じたくない時だけベアトリーチェを信じて、親しい人を殺された恨みを晴らしたい時だけ暴力をぶつけられる人間の犯人を信じたがってベアトリーチェを否定する。
Oof. Caught out.
だから見えないんだよ。ベアトリーチェはいる。お前たちには見えない。
黙りなさい。
Shoot her!
あなたが犯人だと決めつけたくはありませんが、この状況を不愉快にさせて楽しんでいる利的行為者であることはもはや疑いの余地もありません。
ならどうするの？
Shoot her!
マリアを撃
Yes!
つ？別にいいよ。
Do it! Do it!
もうすぐ黄金鏡の扉が開かれる。そして全ての死者がよみがえる。今や死は恐れるべきことではないんだよ。
For sure, shoot her! We'll prove it right now. Shoot her!
母さん、やっぱりこいつは怪しいよ。 一緒になんかいられないよ。
I wouldn't want to stay with her for sure.
でも夏日おばさん、どうか落ち着いて。マリアちゃんを撃つ理由は何もない。
There is. She says so.
どうか冷静に。
Even Maria was okay with it. A consent. There was consent. Now shoot her.
手紙は挑発するけど何も恐れることはない。犯人だって明日が怖いんだ。警察が怖いんだ。この島は今無秩序に支配されているけれど、それは台風で隔離されているからだけに過ぎない。台風が過ぎれば秩序が戻ってくる。
Well, assuming that we can't even get out of the room. We don't know what the culprit have up their sleeves.
だからおばさん、撃っちゃいけない。
なんでジョージ兄さんはそんなにも冷静なんだよ。この4人の中に犯人がいる。いや、あるいは4人が全員来るかもしれない。
I guess so.
この中にエヴァおばさんたちを殺した犯人がいるかもしれないってのに、なんでそんなに冷静なんだよ。
僕だって犯人を見つけて殺してやりたい気持ちはあるさ。でもそれは単なる蛮行だ。僕は罪の裁きを秩序に任せる。
Ah, Georgie, you're so perfect in every way possible.
どんなに疑わしくても引き金を引いてはいけないんだ。
Well, Maria was okay with it, so just shoot her.
ジョージの兄貴に同じだ。夏日おばさん。
I probably would hate Maria more than the murderer right now.
ここはちょいと冷静になろうぜ。とにかく撃つのはまずいぜ。こういう時はよ、頭を後ろに反らしてクールになれって3回唱えるといいらしいぜ。
はっきりさせておきます。魔女などいない。ここは六軒島で、ここは後宮家の本家屋敷です。
Yes, tell them, Natsuhi, tell them.
後宮家代表、後宮夏日として宣言します。ここには魔女などいない。ベアトリーチェなど認めない。何を企もうとも娘たちには指一本触れさせない。それが母としての、当家代表としての務めです。
God, I love her so much. Those words were the final words of farewell that settled everything. To protect her daughter, and Natsuhi would regard any suspicious person as an enemy. The only reason Georgie, Aniki, and I were standing on this side was because by coincidence we had a clear alibi regarding the letter. If I hadn't approached the portrait, I too may have been at the other end of that gun barrel, treated like a criminal. But even though part of me thought that, part of me was thinking that chasing all of the suspicious people from this room would finally guarantee our safety. Genji-san, Kumasawa-san, and Dr. Nanjo, all of them were on grandfather's side. You could even say that Maria was on grandfather's side since she had a blind belief in Beatrice. That's right, they're all suspicious. True, but is this really alright? Is it really alright for us to fight back against the lawlessness of the witch by throwing out all the suspicious ones without due process? I don't know. I wouldn't, actually. But I would keep them away from me. But inside the room. And Natsuhi didn't tell them to leave with her own words, but with wordless pressure, she was inducing them to say that themselves. So if Nanjo hadn't said those words, this cold silence would surely have continued forever. Yeah, let's continue this cold silence to, I don't know, 9th Twilight.
落ち着きなさい、ナスヒさん。だが気持ちはよくわかる。わしだって今朝からの異常な事件続きで頭がどうかなってしまいそうだ。だからわしらを疑いたい気持ちもよくわかる。
もし本当に南條先生が無関係なら、私は無礼極まりないことをしているのだと思います。ですが、今だけは分かってください。
わかった。わしらは部屋を出ましょう。
No.
どうですかな、源氏さん。客間に戻ってチェスの続きといきませんかな。
Nanjo, don't go.
それをお望みでしたら、ぜひ。
私は嫌ですよ。だってこの中に狼がいると分かってて部屋から追い出されてしまうんですよ。
I don't believe you. You work with Genji. I am very sure. It's Nanjo that I'm worried about.
嫌ですよ奥様。どうかお許しください。
She sounds so scared. What a good actress. What Kumasawa-san was trying to say made total sense. If she was innocent, then she was being ejected into dangerous territory along with the culprit. In the current situation, pressing her to leave this room along with the suspects was almost exactly the same as letting her get killed. However, Kumasawa-san really was suspicious just for being the first one to discover that Kanon-kun had been murdered. At that time, everyone except Kumasawa-san had an alibi. As long as the use of some trick or the existence of some 19 person could not be established, Kumasawa-san was one of the most likely suspects by far. What? Oh yeah, that. I didn't want to believe it. However, Anasahi and the rest of us were in such a difficult situation that we couldn't help doubting any of them, Kumasawa-san included, so we didn't say anything to stop Anasahi from trying to oppressively chase them from the room. We had stopped her from shooting, but when it came to exiling them from the room, we were passively agreeing. Maria spoke to the still fretful Kumasawa-san.
大丈夫だよ。ベアトリーチェは敬う人には優しいから。熊沢さんはベアトリーチェがいるって信じてるもん。だからきっと大丈夫だよ。マリアは客間でテレビを見るよ。一緒に見ようよ。ここテレビがなくてつまんないもん。
Then go. And stop laughing. It looks like Kumasawa found Maria's lowish laugh very frightening. However, the three other people had agreed to leave the room. Kumasawa couldn't fight the floor and had to agree, crying as she left the room. Bye-bye.
それでは夏日さん、今夜はこれで。また明日お会いしましょう。
今夜だけは分かってください。警察が来たら全員に今夜のこの無礼を必ず謝罪しますから。チェスもよろしいでしょうか。できたら安全なところに。現地頼みます。
No, I don't trust him. Not at all.
かしこまりました。
仕方ありませんね。子連れの熊が一番恐ろしいと言いますから。
源氏も熊沢も本当に申し訳ありません。また明日お会いしましょう。マリアちゃんも冷たいおばさんをどうか許して。
おう、マリアは許す。
Shut up.
奥様、この部屋の鍵です。2本すべてをお預けします。
Genji-san pulled the two golden keys from his pocket and handed them to Anasahi.
私が持っているお屋敷内の鍵束もお預けいたします。
Oh. He took out a bundle of about 10 keys of various shapes and handed it over to the servants. Those keys were probably the proof of their position. Being placed in charge of those keys meant that they were trusted, relied upon. Being forced to return them meant that they had lost their trust. Thinking about it this way, there could have been no greater humiliation for Genji-san, who had served here for all these years. However, his usual indifferent expression remained on his face.
源氏、私はお前をお父様がお亡くなりになったら長年の苦労をねぎらって退職を許すつもりでいました。なのにこのような仕打ちを私は心より恥じます。
Nah, it's okay. He probably killed someone. Or have someone kill someone.
私は親方様より今日までの日々はそれに対するご恩返しの日々であっただけです。どうかお気にやまれませんよ。それでは参りますかな。皆さんおやすみなさい。
おやすみ。バトラもおやすみ。
あ、マリア、ちょっと待て。
You'd made me call Maria back. Okay. I groped around in my pocket and took out that scorpion key holder.
これ、魔除けなんだろ。身につけとけ。
おお、バトラ、確か落としてなくしたって。
あん時は、なんか尺になって、なくしたとかホラ吹いただけだ。お前の大切なお守りを、なくすわけねえだろ。
What now? So she's going to be not killed to demonstrate the lure of the magic? Come on, Batola, why you did this to me? Maria suddenly took the charm. I was unable to say anything after that. Like, imagine this. If I reverse pickpocket by slipping the charm onto someone, and that someone got killed anyway, that proves that the charm is nonsense, right? Damn it, Batola, why did you not think of this? Unable to respond, we watched them leave, our expressions completely tired out. Damn you, Batola. I'm so mad. I expected better from him. And until the door closed and we heard the auto lock, we were unable to even draw our next breath. Then, when I was finally allowed to take a breath, I noticed that Beatrice's letter, which I had been gripping the whole time and which was soaked with my sweat, actually had two sheets. Really, this sounds like a coincidence to me. The paper had been tightly stuck together, so I had mistakenly thought that there was only one. Legend of Zelda? There was nothing written on the second sheet. This thing drawn there was a magic circle written with red ink like blood. Just like how every magic circle up until then had been different, this magic circle was one that I had never laid eyes on. Inside the circle, a large triangle and a small triangle were fit together in a simple design. Zelda? But just as before, there was writing in Hebrew, and it seemed clear that it held some kind of meaning. I wanted to know what that could be, but we had just chased Maria, the only person who could understand the meaning of magic circles, out of the room. Well, Osman should have confiscated her notebook. I thought of the magic circles as a second set of messages from Beatrice. What does this one mean? You tell me. Damn it. We've chased out all the suspicious people. Now all we have to do is stay barricaded here until morning, and then will everything be over? Once the typhoon has passed, when the seagulls cry, will everything be resolved? But the letter that had unexpectedly appeared in the study had rejected the naivety, I don't remember. It had made it very clear that if time ran out, it would mean victory for the witch. What kind of victory are we talking about? When time runs out, is the witch planning to take on the offensive? Is she finally planning to display some fearful magical power? Maybe something that could have been used to kill 6 adults at once? I don't know. Wait, when is time supposed to run out? I don't know anything.
これでもう安全です。
Oh, phew!
絶対に。
Even as she said that, Anasuhi couldn't stop gripping the rifle. There was no release in the tension of her expression. Of course, none of us felt like breathing a sigh of relief yet. At least, not until we could hear the cries of the seagulls once more. Umineko no naku koro ni. Really? Thanks, game. Okay, what time is it? 10 to 11 and a half. Okay. The Golden Witch. After we chased them out, nobody said another word. We had exiled all of the suspicious ones. Even though we had known that there might be some innocence among them, we had exiled them all the same. We had chased them out of this paradise, where people didn't have to doubt each other. However, our motive for chasing them out had been suspicion of our fellow man, the worst kind of crime for a human. If we had been able to accept the existence of a 19th person of the rich, then we all might still be talking face to face, trusting in each other. But that doesn't make sense. In that instant, we had agreed to chase out all of the suspicious people. But had that been the right thing to do? During this endless silence, we could do nothing but be quietly tormented by the sin. Anasuhi was facing the door, seated all the way back in her sofa, not letting go of her rifle for even an instant. She would probably spend the night staring at the door without a wink of sleep. Georgie Aniki was gazing through a gap in the cross curtains by the window, looking down at the courtyard and the mansion that surrounded it. Whether he was checking to see if any suspicious shadows would become visible through the window, or whether he was engaged in some deep internal conversation, I couldn't tell. Jessica was sitting at an angle on the sofa next to Anasuhi's with a dead expression on her face. And every once in a while, as though she would just remember something, she would take out the inhaler that she had used during her asthma attack and stick it in her mouth. Yummy. I just heard it from Aniki, but apparently Jessica likes Kanan-kun. You don't say. It seems that it was such a weird thing that she hadn't realized it herself. Wait, really? You know, it's the kind of thing that other people tend to spot before the people in question realizes it. In that case, she might have first learned of her feelings when the person she liked died. It was truly pitiful and sad. Come to think of it, Kanan-kun had been the one to hand her the inhaler. Maybe she was remembering that. Aww. As for me, I was fishing around grandfather's study, thinking I would research the meaning of the magic circle on the second sheet of the letter. Even though we were shut up here in the defensive position, my rebellious nature made me want to keep up the offense, find some key to all of this. We have plenty of time until tomorrow morning anyway. No matter what I do with the time, no one can find fault with it. No one else showed that much interest in this magic circle. Its meaning was unknown, and once we understood it, we were sure to find some message that would cause us unnecessary anguish. I also agreed about this. However, I still couldn't let it go, so I killed time pretending to research it. Oh, there was a lot of reading.
何か手がかりになるようなことは見つけられたかい?
Probably not.
さっぱりさ。そもそも日本語で書かれた本を探すことからして骨だぜ。
Oh yeah.
じいさまは一体何カ国語を読めたってんだ。
Well, at least Hebrew and English,
大
right?
したもんだぜ。
バトラ君は眠くないの?
I am.
誰かが起きていてくれてるうちに休んだ方がいいよ。夏日おばさんは寝ず番をしてくれると言ってるけど、体が持つわけない。ローテーションで休んだ方がいいよ。
じゃあ兄貴が先に休めよ。俺は眠気が来るまでちょいと調べ物をしてるさ。
さっきの魔法陣?
まあな、どうせ時間は腐るほどあるさ。ベアトリーチェ様がどういうメッセージを込めやがったのか面白そうだと思ってよ。よ
せよ。そういうのやってると妙なのに取りつかれちまうぜ。
I thought the witch don't exist.
安心しろよ。俺はマリアにお墨付きをもらってるぜ。俺には霊的才能は活気しなんだとよ。
Oh, that's comforting, I suppose. Okay.
マリアのこと邪険にしすぎたかな。
No. A very measured and appropriate response.
ジェシカ、今はそれを考えてはなりません。
でも母さん、もしもマリアが無関係で犯人が他にいたなら、犯人は襲いやすい相手を狙うに決まってる。
Who cares? Maria is obviously trusted by this Beatrice. She'll be fine. And she has the charm, so she'll be okay. Yeah.
それで殺されたなら、私たちは見殺しにしたことになるよ。
Yeah, I don't really care. A gloomy silence settled once again. It looked like Jessica regretted that she would let her emotions take hold of her and snapped at Maria. She always was like that, always acted tough, went too far, and regretted it later.
気持ちはわかりますが、マリアは犯人と接触し、こともあろうか、その肩を持つように煙に巻く発言を繰り返しています。私は
True.
この部屋から追い出せて、清々しています。
夏日おばさんって結構きついっすね。9歳の女の子のザレ言かもしれないじゃないっすか。
Right. Even I thought I was being brazen saying that. I myself had thought Maria was creepy on several occasions today and had doubted her true nature. And when Maria had been chased out of this room, I couldn't deny that I felt some relief.
もしそうだったなら、明日謝罪します。彼らをこの部屋から追い出したのは、すべて私の責任です。だから、あなたたちが気に病むことはないのです。
I could feel a tragic determination in Aunt Nasuhi's words. To protect her own daughter, she would resolutely chase out the suspicious ones. And if, as a result, she had left to die those people who had the misfortune to be suspected, so be it. She was prepared to take full
な
responsibility.
んでマリアってあんなことばかり言うんだよ。自分で自分の首を絞めてるぜ。
もともとマリアちゃんが魔女や魔法に傾倒するようになったのは、僕はローザおばさんのせいじゃないかと思ってる。
Oh, I thought they were discussing that, no?
ローザおばさんのせい？何がどう関係してるってんだよ。
Yeah, well, she was less than a model mother, I guess.
バドラ君だって気づいてるんじゃないかい。マリアちゃんの本当の父親はずいぶん昔に蒸発してるんだ。
No, I did not. So thanks, Georgie.
おばさんはそれを海外出張とか言ってごまかしているけどね。
後ろ宮家では、ローザさんたちに関わる話はタブーとされているところがあります。
What?
おばさんは再婚だって考えたと思うよ。でもマリアちゃんの存在が枷になって非常に難しかったんじゃないかと思うんだ。
Yeah, she's creepy.
だっておばさんは時折ものすごく感情的にマリアちゃんに当たっていたから。
それについては同感だぜ。ローザおばさんはマリアを好きになろうと努力してるように見えた。ってことはつまり好きじゃないってことなんだよな。再婚の妨げになっているマリアに思うところがあったんだろうよ。
母親の感情的な拒絶がきっと彼女の幼い心に深い傷を残したと思うんだ。そしてどこかでオカルト趣味と出会い、心の隙間を埋めるように没頭していく。知ってるかい？マリアちゃんにとって魔女のイメージは決してネガティブなものじゃないんだよ。
Yeah, they're like Madoka Magica or Harry Potter.
ほら、昨日海岸でマリアちゃんのノートを見せてもらわなかったかい？
Speaking of which, I want Beatrice here and cast Wingardium Leviosa right here, right now.
ああ、なんだか楽しそうな落書きでいっぱいだったぜ。
Yesterday, when we had doubted the witch down by the beach, Maria had gotten all right up and started explaining about witches. Not one of the pages had shown a picture of an ugly witch. Does that matter? I thought they were believing that this Beatrice is killing people left and right. They were all brightly colored, beautiful, cute witches who looked like they were having fun. There was absolutely nothing sinister about them, like a boy might have imagined, except the fact that they are killing people now. They were being adorned with beautiful dresses who could grant anyone's dreams with their mysterious magic and who made everyone happy. The sorrow of not being loved by her mother. Had Maria sought salvation from the witches as beings who could save her from the sorrow and make her happy? Someday a witch would come and using her wonderful magic would bring Maria happiness. Even though she believed that as she grew older, she had to face reality as her fleeting dreams were sliced to ribbons one by one. Oh no, and she kept living in delusions. If, in front of a girl like that, something claiming to be the witch of Nokenjima appeared and whispered that she would take Maria to the Golden Land where Maria could be happy.
僕は今頃になって胸中を告白するよ。
Okay.
マリアちゃんを、いや、源氏さんたちを追い出したのは
No,
多分
no,
い
no.
けないことだったんじゃない
No,
かな。
no, 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 no. It was the right thing to do.
気まずくはあるぜ。
What is the matter with you? Since Jessica had been the one to face them and slam them with words of rejection, her conscience must be tormenting her a lot right now. I hate this so much. So now that you are safe, you think that nothing bad is going to happen to you?
なら皆さんはあの手紙をどう説明するのですか？
Well, you see, magic. Okay, well, aside from that, maybe, a string trick. The letter was tied to the string. The string. What do you call it? Like, it read from the room to the outside. So when everyone is inside, the battery key pulled the string somehow, and the strings pulled the letter onto the table, maybe from the ceiling. I don't know. And then the string maybe is self untying. So, or maybe the string is so thin that no one noticed it yet. So there we go. Easy.
私の後ろにいた4人以外の誰にも置くことはできなかった。
This is assuming that there's a 19 person, by the way.
それは私がこの目ではっきり確認しています。あの4人が潔白だというなら、どうやってこの密室の8人もの人間がいる中で手紙を置けたというのですか？
To be fair, it could be her. It could be Nasuhi. But I can't think of why would that be. And she has no involvement with most, I think almost all the crime scenes, right?
そうなんだよ。その話が始まっちまうと確かに4人は怪しいってことになっちまう。
Yeah.
だが
What now?
全然ダメなんだ。
Okay.
ああ、全然ダメだぜ。
Please tell me that you are not going to just flip-flop between 19 person and 18 person.
ダメって何がだい？
ああ、もう今さら何の役にも立たないかもしれねえが、またチェス盤をひっくり返させてくれ。つまりあの4人が本当に犯人だってんならよ。おか。
そうだぜ。あんなテーブルの上に堂々と置いたら、この中に犯人がいますよと。そうだよ。おかしい。
Not really. No. I mean, yeah. Jessica was right. What I was saying is that. So Butler listening, I guess we can guess there is something like this. He thinks that the culprit doesn't want to be outed, so they shouldn't be pressing the letter. But I feel like all the crimes were committed just for the sake of people knowing that the crime was committed. Like it was like for sure or something. Which I thought that it was revenge or hatred. towards the Urisho. Wait, what? Ushinomiya family. Urisho. What? Ushinomiya family. So it, and also it could be that the culprit placed the letter so that to induce the separation of the group, to kill the other splintered group easier. This, so even if you flip the chessboard, it doesn't mean that 19% exists.
やるなら
No?
例えば扉の隙間に置いて廊下側から差し込まれたように見せかけるとか。
Onto a table? That's amazing.
そうだよ。部屋の外に犯人がいるように見せかけなきゃ自分が疑われてしまうことが分かってたはず。
Yes, they know that. So that's why they did it. Well, one of them did it anyway. To separate our group. Strength in number. Come on.
ああ、そういうことなんだ。あの4人の中に犯人がいたとして、テーブルのど真ん中に手紙をポンと置くことは、リスクばかりで何の意味もないんだ。
No, it's not. Why would separating the group meaningless?
だが、どうやってそこに手紙を置いたかのトリックは置いといて、あの4人以外の誰か、すなわち、この部屋の外に犯人がいたと仮定したとき、あの手紙には大きな意味が生まれる。
Well, you can assume that, but then do you have evidence that there's a 19% in other crimes?
よしなさいバトラ君、今さら些細な問題です。
And Nasahi quickly guessed what I was getting at. No, maybe she had thought of it long before I had, and had simply held her tongue.
この部屋の外に犯人がいて、俺たちが外からは手出しをできない密室に立てこもっちまったらお手上げだ。ああ、そうだよ。この部屋からじいさまがいなくなったって話の時、俺が披露した説じゃねえか。
This is weird. So even, oopsie, even if right, so when everyone was in the room, the culprit can't really do anything, right? So of course separation, like splintering the group, would be to the advantage of the culprit. So I don't see why that means that it has to be 19% to do that.
じいさまが自分から出ていくという説。自分から出ていくような何かの細工を犯人がして、まんまと外へおびき出していたのだとしたら。
And remember, Kinso's room will not be locked forever, because Nasuhi was clear after the typhoon passed. They'll have to get out of the room to go to the boat. So it will not be locked forever anyway. They'll have to come out eventually. So what? So if the culprit is one of them, the servant and Nanjo, for some reason, I think they have more food because they have access to kitchen. And unlike Nasuhi, the culprit knows which food was poison. So if we are playing the long game, then the culprit would win because they have access to the entire kitchen. But for Nasuhi's group, they have only the canned food, which I don't know how many excess like canned food do they have right now. So we will never know. But yeah, I think with this reasoning is pretty clear that separating the group is to the culprit's advantage. Divide and conquer, that would be the word, I guess. So No, that doesn't prove that there's a 19 person. Weird. Come to think of it, even Maria has said it when we found the scorpion magic circle on the doorknob to the study. Beatrice couldn't get through this door, except for Kinzo, right? But she might be able to induce someone to leave of their own accord. Oh, so that's where you're getting at. Okay, fair.
とすると私たちは犯人の罠に見事はまって
Nah.
新しい生贄候補を送り出しちまったことになるぜ。
Wait. Now is the time you are going to go with magic logic? Come
現
on,
地たちは
Batola.
バカではありません。身を守ろうと思うならこの部屋の次に安全な場所をすぐに思いつくでしょ
Yeah, like kitchen or
う。そ
something.
こできっと身を潜めています。
And Nasahi hadn't answered the question. She herself realized that if the culprit wasn't in that group, that letter could easily have been a trap. But how would they get the letter in? That's the main question, is it not? However, it wasn't worth the risk of calling back the people she had once thrown out. To Nasahi, right now, her greatest and only duty was to protect the children. Like the 19th person would be amazingly worried if anyone can tell me how the letter was placed on the table. It wasn't placed on the floor, right? I mean, if it was on the floor, then sure, but it's not. So it must be someone inside. The letter was an inside job. And to that end, she was thinking a few sacrifices may be an unfortunate necessity.
なあ、夏日おばさん、きついこと聞くぜ。もしあの時、たまたまジェシカもおばさんの後ろにいたなら、おばさんはこの部屋からジェシカも追い出してたかい？
No way. No, I don't think so. Why would she do that? Does he know Jessica personally?
確かに残酷なところはあったかもしれない。でも、夏日おばさんは母として娘を守りきろうと思った。その責務から自分がやがては糾弾されることを覚悟で彼らを追放したんだ。俺は別にそれを責めてえわけじゃねえ。ただジェシカはいいお袋を持ったなってそう思ったのさ。
そうだね。夏日おばさんは朝からずっと続いているこんな事件の中でも冷静さを失わずずっとみんなを牽引してきてくれた。もしおばさんまで混乱していたら僕たちは今頃全員犯人の手にかかっていたかもしれない。だから僕たちはおばさんに感謝しなくちゃいけないと思う。
Does he deserve it?
ありがとう。
バトラたちの言いたいことはつまりマリアの母でもあってほしいって。
No.
私マリアのことを実の妹みたいだとずっと思って可愛がってきた。
But I don't.
なのにいろんなことがあってちょっと混乱しちゃってひどいことをたくさん言って傷つけてしまった。母さんお願いだよ。マリアもみんなも
No.
一緒にいようよ。
Come on. No. Guys.
私たちの中に犯人なんていなかったんだよ。
Oh, for God's sake.
この事件の犯人は魔女のベアトリーチェでいいじゃないか。
What is the matter with you? Oh, okay. Calm down. Calm down. I can't believe this. They keep flip-flopping between their own theories. What is this nonsense?
だからもう疑い合うのはやめようよ。
Yeah. And Nasahi closed her eyes for a short while. Was she coping with her throbbing headache again? Or was she thinking of something?
主人と結婚してから12年もかけてようやく授かった大切な娘です。私はジェシカを守るためならどのような鬼にでもなります。
Yes, Natsuhi, tell them. There was some pretty strong language at the end there. She realized very well that these were only words, but even so, she was strongly resolved to protect her daughter even if she had to become a demon. But that was because she was tormented by guilt. Today had been so long. So many things had happened in one day, and we had been put under such pressure. I wonder if we have the right to greet tomorrow the way we are now. There it is.
見つけた。
Guess what?
この魔法陣だ。
Oh, okay. I didn't expect Kinso to have the book about the circle. In the books I had been constantly flipping through, I had finally found the same magic circle that had been drawn on the second sheet of the letter. Georgie and he peered at it as well. The Triforce. This magic circle's name was the third magic circle of Mars. The Hebrew written on it was from the Old Testament's book of Psalms. Psalm 77, verse 13. What God is so great as our God? The meaning of the magic circle was discord. The app? It agitates eternal divisions and causes the enemy to bring about their own downfall. See? But, well, I mean, everyone knows that the letter would do that. Problem is, how would someone from the outside place the letter on the table?
おいおい。
No, 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 no. No, Batola, you're smarter than this.
マジかよ。
Could there be a more fitting way to describe our current situation and mental state? We couldn't help but be stunned into silence.
じゃあこの手紙は罠だってのかよ。
Wrong! No! If you go out, then it's a trap.
どうやってここに置いたんだよ。
For God's sake.
この部屋には私たち8人以外には誰もいなかったんだぜ。
Okay, whatever. It's a ghost. They're happy?
とにかくどうやってここに置いたのか、その方法は捨ておくぜ。
No, that's the most important part. Guys! I am in disbelief.
とにかく犯人の狙いはたった一つ。この鉄壁の書斎に疑心暗鬼を引き起こして生贄の羊を俺たちの手で外へ放り出させることだったんだ。
Yeah, but that listening doesn't mean anything about the culprit. The culprit could be one of the people who got kicked out, or there could be the 19th person as well. Like, how does that matter?
だとしたら狙いは外へ出された人たちだ。
Yeah, well, yes, that's right.
母さんどうしよう。
But the culprit is one of them, and we don't know which one is it.
あの4人が危ない。
I hope it's Maria. That'd be so funny. But I don't think so. It wasn't so surprising that Nasuhi remained unpleasantly silent, even if this was all a trap by the culprit, even if the four who had been chased out of the room were in danger. Collection, 3 of them. One of them are culprits. It had nothing to do with the safety of the 4 people in here. And there was no way to prove the innocence of the 4 people we had kicked out. If we are willing to let them die, then we shouldn't leave this room, no matter what. That way is safest. What? Just then, all of a sudden, the piercing sound of a phone rang through the room. I thought the phone doesn't work. Oh god damn it! It was Genji who told us that the phone doesn't work. He lied to me! He lied to us! Damn him! I bet he lied about the radio too. Curse him. I knew that he was at least an accomplice. It was the antique extension phone that was set on grandfather's study desk. It had started linking right as we began this conversation. It was only natural that we would think it an SOS from the others we had kicked out. See, if we, well, not we, if they suspect Genji from the start, then Nasuhi would be right. Oh wait, we knew, well not we knew, we were told that the phone and the radio didn't work from Genji. So if we doubt Genji, we would naturally think that the phone might work. And we would have tested it ourselves. Damn them, damn these people. Wait, did I read this? It was only natural that we would think it an SOS from the others we had kicked out. But then Nasuhi spoke.
どうして電話が
Because Genji is a filthy liar.
故障していて使えないはずなのに。
そんなことは関係ねえさ。もしマリアたちが助けを求める電話だったら。
そもそも電話の普通が犯人の工作によるものならば、この電話はおそらく。
What? You can... Is that like a switch to flip to make telephone works? I don't know. Is there? I never knew this. I used to have this kind of phone before, but well, not the antique phone, but the non-mobile phone. Okay, sorry, I think the ling was a bit annoying, no? I used to have that. You just need power source and the DSL, I think. Was it DSL cable? So unless the phone line has been actually cut, it shouldn't be able to like switch between no work and work. I think that's weird. So that's why I think that Genji is a filthy liar. With that one sentence, the link of the phone. Although I'm not saying that he's a killer, although at this point, it's becoming amazingly more likely that it was him. With that one sentence, the ring of the phone, which had sounded like a scream for help, started to sound like a ghastly summons from some unknown person. And Nasuhi hesitated over whether to pick up the receiver.
Toro, Oba-san.
Okay, but it could be the culprit who called the phone. But the culprit is one of them anyway, so...
何かの理由で電話が回復したのかも。
Right.
マリアちゃんたちからの緊急の電話の可能性もある。
そうだぜ。それに万一犯人からの電話だったら上等さ。
Yeah, Joto-san, fight me like a man.
話を聞いてやろうじゃねえか。それにどうせ電話だ。
Yeah, we'll fight them with our insults.
重
Yeah.
機越しに何をほざいたって痛くも痒くもないぜ。
Yeah.
おばさんが取らないなら俺が取るぜ。
Oh.
私が取ります。
Too late.
もしもし。
Oh, never mind. I stretched out my hand to take the receiver, but Nasuhi picked up first, as if to say she had it under control. We all held our breath, trying to figure out who the person on the other end of the phone was. But for a while, Nasuhi just kept saying, "Hello." A silent phone call? There's no way Maria and the others would do something so creepy. I can see Maria do that. Which means this phone call might it possibly really Ooh, Nasuhi stopped repeating hello and strained her ears because she thought she heard something far away on the other end of the receiver. What was it? Huh? これは? Excuse me?
歌って何ですか、おばさん。
わかりません。
You tell me.
電話の向こうでかすかに誰かが歌っているのが聞こえます。
What?
何のことやら。
ちょっと受話器を借りますぜ。もしもし。
もしもし? 警察? Pizza delivery? I have forced the receiver from the stunned Aunt Nasuhi's hand and pressed it against my ear. At first, I didn't hear anything, but because I had been told about it beforehand, I noticed. Oh, I heard something. I don't know, it's like na re or something. I don't know. Don't ask me what song it is. Not in a quiet voice, but rather far away from the receiver. I could hear a girl singing a song. Maria? The voice, well, would it be funny if it was Kumasawa-san who sang the song? The voice sort of sounded like Maria's, but that just made the situation even more inexplicable. At the very least, the one who had made the phone call hadn't been Maria. After all, Maria was singing some song far away from the receiver. Well, hear me out. She picked up her phone, dialed the number, pressed the phone on the table, and then ran to the other side of the room and then sing. There we go. In that case, the one who made the phone call should have been Genji-san, Kumasawa-san, or Dr. Nanjo. And yet, they weren't saying anything. Why? For what reason? Who was the person who made this phone call?
おい、もしもし、誰だ、返事をしろ。
Pizza!
歌ってるのはマリアなのか。返事をしてくれ。
何が起こってんだよ。どういうことだ。
You tell me.
一つ言えることは多分これは罠で、そしてマリアが危険だってことだけだ。
She sounds fine. So she's okay. What about the others? Nasuhi took the receiver again, but after calling into it several more times, she realized that she wasn't getting anywhere and hung up. She then dialed quickly and cracked her tongue. Alright, if the phones are back, we should be able to reach the police. But judging by her reaction, the outside line still wouldn't connect. Okay, that's fair, because I think there should only be like, normally would be only like one line from the island to the others. To the mainland, I mean.
罠かもしれないことは分かってても行かないわけにはいかない。
Please don't.
ああ、まったくだぜ。
No, why would you do
ジェ
this?
シカと夏井おばさんはここにいてくれ。
Yeah, stay. When Aniki and I tried to dash out, Nasuhi stopped us.
お待ちなさい。あなたたちだけに行かせるわけにはいきません。
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
私も行きます。
Ooh,
ジェシカは
take
ここで
me.
待ちなさい。
私だけのけ者かよ。冗談じゃない。私も行くぜ。
そうだな。その方がいいかもしれねえぜ。
Yeah, I think that's safer. At least.
電話が俺たちをさらに分散させる狙いがあるってんなら、留守番を残すのは適当じゃねえ。
議論する暇も惜しい。みんなで行こう。
Oh. Nasuhi raised the rifle high and took the lead. Like a special force. I needed a weapon myself as well. I found a three-pronged candelabra? What is that? Which looked like it could be used for some strange ritual and armed myself with it. Ooh, now it's the action time. With the spikes it had to fit the candles on. Although they were short, it was almost like a three-pronged spear. Okay. Ooh, creepy. Then the four of us left the study. We left the study, which should have been the safest place inside the Japan. So the Japan, really? The mansion. So we had been lured out, despite the fact that we had barricaded ourselves in a safe locked room. And perhaps we were even repeating exactly the same series of events that had led to grandfather disappearing from there. Oh yeah, the phone call. Interesting. Maybe someone impersonated Beatrice from the phone? Huh. Okay. Maria! Don't shout. Guys, just search the room with the phone. I listened closely but didn't hear anything. The mansion was vast, and the sound of the rain even noisier than before, and if the passing typhoon was making its last stand.
マリアちゃんは確か客までテレビを見たいと言ってたよね。
Oh yeah, you're smart.
階下に降りてみよう。
Let's go.
そうですね。行ってみましょう。みんなは周りに用心して。
おら
You take the back, I'll take the front. You take the vanguard. With Aunt Nasuhi in the center, her rifle ready, and her finger on the trigger. We shoot anyone we've come across, even Maria. We move in group, our backs together, checking our surroundings in all directions, as though the power of that magic circle designed to spread discord, the app, had brought it all into being. We had split up, and furthermore had been dragged into dangerous territory. In other words, even now in this very moment, we were doing just what the culprit wanted us to do. This was now a strange space where it wouldn't be odd for anything to suddenly occur. And Nasuhi nervously pointed the barrel of the gun at every dark spot and shadow. It felt like that motion was out of fear rather than caution, but the rifle she held in her hand would surely also be our trump card that the killer was afraid of.
僕はずっと思ってたんだ。カノン君のように胸にあのアイスピックを突き刺すことは不可能ではないと思う。
What? Sorry, sneeze. It would be impossible to stick one of those ice picks into someone's chest. Yeah.
でも母さんたちのように頭蓋骨を打ち抜いて眉間に突き立てるなんて簡単なことじゃないと思うんだ。
But nobody said that it would be easy.
犯人はそれだけバカ力ってことか。
多分あのアイスピックを飛ばす、あるいは打ち込む射出機のような武器があるんだよ。
Where?
人力だけであれだけ深々と刺突するにはあの絵は短すぎる。
Wait, I remember the description. I thought that the stake is 25 centimeters long, with half of that is a handle, and the other half is the drill thing. So I thought it's long enough, right? Because then the handle would be about 17.5 centimeter. What do you mean? Handle was too short.
いずれにせよ、頭蓋骨を打ち抜くほどに強力です。
Maybe the culprit has a hammer?
カノンの傷も肺にまで届いていたそうです。もし相手の姿を見ても決して前に出ないように。私の後ろから出てはいけませんよ。
Shoot anyone that come near. That's not us. Just how sinister and frightening was this weapon that could shoot those Calibi ice picks? And could I do anything to combat it with just this candlestick in my hand? In the first murder, the culprit had probably assaulted 4 of our parents at once as they discussed the inheritance problem in the dining hall. No, I think it's the poison. And we also had 4 people. Apparently, I wasn't the only person taking this. Georgie, Aniki, Jessica. And of course, Anasihi was stretching their senses to the utmost limit, in the highest and worst state of tension, slowly advancing one step, then another, then another, then another. Ah, what sinful people are we, a world as terrifying as this, and we pushed Maria and the rest right into the middle of it, just because of the seeds of doubt spread by the single letter. We finally reached the first floor. The parlor was just across the hall. Oh! I hate Maria so much. Every time we deal with Maria, it has to be creepy. Why? When we listened carefully, we could hear it faintly. Maria's eerily singing voice. She wasn't singing naturally, as though she were in a good mood. She was singing mechanically, as if she was in music class in school and had been ordered to sing. Although I don't hear any fear in her voice. The song she was singing was just a common folk song, one that everyone has probably sung in school at one time or another. But why that in the middle of the night, alone with all her heart, over and over? Why? You tell me. When he had just left the study, we had called out in loud voices, asking Maria where she was. Probably she didn't hear that. But this time, no one said even a single word. We hid our breath, and the sound of our footsteps heightened all our senses and examined everywhere around us to a neurotic degree as we advanced each step. That is the moment, is it not? The door to the parlor was closed, but we could hear Maria's singing voice through it, and Nasihi put her hand on the handle of the doorknob. Georgie and Ki stopped her.
扉は僕が開ける。夏日おばさんとバトラ君は武器を構えてて。
Ooh!
わかりました。気をつけて。
開けると同時に攻撃してくるかもしれないぜ。
Or maybe there's a booby trap as well. What do we do? What do we do?
ジョージ兄さん、注意して。
Like there's a tripwire that make an explosion or make a gun shot and hit them. Well, wait, do they have a gun? I don't know.
じゃあ、行くよ。
I don't wanna see what's inside, but here we go. Hume? He tried to open it, but immediately felt the hard resistance of the lock. And Nasihi took the bundle of keys from her pocket and gave them to Georgie. You're not telling me that it's another locked room, right? But this time, we have Maria inside, so we can guess that Maria is the one locking the door. But also, even if Maria isn't the one doing it, then you could use the lock. You could click the lock inside and then close the door from outside. So I don't see any problem. There were about 10 keys, and none of us had a clue which was which. Because of this, Georgie had to fumble around loudly and test several of the keys, since we had hidden our footsteps, preparing to make a surprise attack on the room. This felt almost fatal. The whole time we could hear Maria's voice from the parlor, singing the same song over and over. It was like a broken, crazy cassette tape. Crazy. I was crazy once. They put me in the room. In the morning, we had been in that room the whole time. All of these frightening things had occurred outside the room, so we had convinced ourselves that even if nowhere else could be trusted, that room alone was safe. That baseless impression was quickly falling apart.
開いた。
Here it comes.
ありがとう。
I'm not ready for this.
ジョージ君とジェシカは後ろに下がって。
おばさん、一気に飛び込んで左右に分かれよ。
Oh, you're smart.
扉を開けてボサッとしてたら例のアイスピックがど真ん中に飛んでくるかもしれねえぜ。
Ooh, you're smart.
承知しています。いいですか？
やっぱ嫌だって言いてえな。
I let it myself. if they're going to throw ice picks at me, we'll see how they like my candlestick.
行きます
Okay, for the Emperor! Anasihi and I rammed through the door, into the door, as we flew into the parlor, quickly splitting up left and right, and searching the parlor for someone who might be waiting for us. But what was going on? But what our eyes landed upon was an altogether outlandish scene. Oh, here it comes. Okay. Whew. Oh, let me drink some water. Whew. Please, no more horror. Only mystery, please. Let me grab some plushie. Some cute plushie to be with me. There we go. Now come. Ooh. The parlor was stained with blood. And that's Maria. You know what's scary? It's not the blood. It's Maria. Maria is the scariest existence so far in this game. Not the blood, not the corpse, not the witch, not the murderer. It's Maria. I hate her so much. I'm scared of her so much. This place where we had spent almost the entire day, where we had pressed in together to protect ourselves from some unknown malice, had become stained with fresh blood, had become an ocean of blood. What happened? On the floor lay Genji-san, Kumasawa-san, and Dr. Nanjo, their entire body stained bright red with blood? What happened? Found in the parlor with a weapon resembling an ice pick having been rammed into his thigh and his face smashed? With what? On the seventh twilight, gouged the knee and killed. Found in the parlor with a weapon resembling an ice pick having been rammed into his stomach and his face smashed. On the sixth twilight, gouged the stomach and killed. Found in the parlor with a weapon resembling an ice pick having been rammed into her calf and her face smashed. On the eighth twilight, gouged the leg and killed. Why are their face smashed? Why aren't Eva's and Hideyoshi's face smashed? Okay, so far, only Eva, Hideyoshi, and Canon that doesn't have their face smashed. Why? Well, I mean, for Eva and Hideyoshi case, it would be a little weird to smash their face after gouge the head and kill, right? So I guess that makes sense, maybe. We'll see. I don't know. Wait, who did that? Who did it? Then, oh no, it was Maria. It was Maria. She's a murderer. Okay, but for Leo, I guess one of them faked their death, and by my logic, it's canon. Okay, let's get this out of the way. So the original 6 corpses, I don't think they... Oh, not you. This one. I don't think they fake their death. Well, they could, but it complicates things a bit because their corpses are in what we call the garden storehouse, and Nasuhi locked the storehouse with a key that only Nasuhi would have. So, so if they were faking their deaths, they couldn't get out of the storehouse anyway. So it's kind of pointless to do that. Now for Eva, Hideyoshi, and Kanon, I think one of these, well, any one of these could be faking their death. Because when Shannon got impaled by the ice pick, I was thinking, how do we know how deep the wound is? Since Canon allegedly pulled the stake out of his chest before other people ran into the boiler room. So to know how deep the penetration was would be to measure the blood stain on the steak, right? But my theory was that it's a fake blood, so the stain would be fake as well to make it seem deep enough inside the lung. Oh, but that means the problem is Nanjo would be in on it too, because he's the only one who examined Canon. But why? Did he got threatened? Yeah, the death of servants complicate things very much. Okay. But the only way we could identify them was by their clothes. That was because that's right. Sorry. This was how this whole tragedy started. The faces were all mashed up like that, and the others in the storehouse, and you couldn't even tell where the eyes and noses were. It was like someone had vulgarly gobbled apart a tomato pot stew wrapped in a pie crust, all grubby and sloppy. Wah! And that wasn't all. Their bodies had other wounds. There were those demons' ice peaks. They were in Genji-san's stomach, Dr. Nanjo's thigh. No, his knee. Yeah, it would be his knee. In the epitaph, the sixth twilight was the stomach. And on the seventh twilight, it said to gouge the knee. So after seeing one of them stuck near Kumasawa-Bajan's calf, I couldn't help masochistically laughing. Yeah, of course it would be. On the sixth twilight, gouge the stomach and kill. On the seventh twilight, gouge the knee and kill. On the eighth twilight, gouge the leg and kill. Now even the eighth twilight is over. And the next one, the ninth twilight, what was it again? Maria was there. What? Was she gouged by something? Oh, I don't want to see her face. Not at all. No. 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 Please don't. Please don't turn around. No. I'm blocking the screen with my tablets. Nope, I'm not watching this. She was facing the far wall, standing stock still, completely alone, facing away from this horrible scene, standing in front of the wall, singing her song over and over. There was nothing else in the room, just the corpses of the three who had been brutally killed, and the receiver still off its hook, showing that it had been this room that the call had come from. This call came from inside the house. Just that, and Maria, her back to this scene, facing the wall as she kept on singing. We couldn't even scream at this bizarre scene. We could only stare, shocked, our mouths hanging loosely open. Jessica called out to her, but Maria showed no reaction. Alone, she kept singing on and on. We had come here trying to save Maria from some approaching danger. So now that we had found her, we should have been running up to her, hugging her, joyous that she was safe. And yet, not one of us could do that. Everyone thought it, but they couldn't say it. After all, because that's right, it's crazy, and yet, but no, it couldn't be.
マリア、歌うのやめろ。聞いてるのか。
Why would she be thinking? Is there a reason? Or is it just creepy magic nonsense? At some point, Natsuki and I had pointed our weapons at Maria's back. Yeah, me too. I would. I yelled at Maria in a violent voice. But there was no reaction. She just kept singing. With a candlestick still ready, I ran up to her and forcefully, no, violently slammed my hand down on her shoulder. Then I put on her shoulder, forcing her to turn around. Okay, is she normal? Maria's small body was quickly put down and fell. And as though unhappy about how her singing had been interrupted, she looked into my face with her usual expression. Even in the gruesome situation, she was just like normal.
Maria, これはどういうことなんだ。
Yo, what the hell?
誰がやった。
ベアトリーチェ。
Kill her! Punch her in the face!
いい加減にしろ。
I threw the candlestick I had been holding against the wall. The violence of the legless sound should have gone straight into Maria's heart, but her expression didn't change at all.
よすんだバトラ君、マリアちゃん。今度こそ君は3人を殺す犯人の顔を見たはずだよ。犯人は君に手紙を渡したというベアトリーチェなのかい。
おお、ベアトリーチェ。
ああ。
I hate her so much.
確定したぜ。19人目はいるんだよ。ベアトリーチェは実在するんだ。
Yeah, if we assume that all the deaths are actually dead, then sure, it's someone else. You are the only one who managed to pull out the ice pick of the stake. No one else have their stakes outside their body part. Only you have the stake outside the body part. Like if we deny magic, it's very clear that the scene that Canon saw, the butterfly scene, is obviously lying, or that Canon went crazy or hallucinating and stabbed himself. So now the question is did he go insane and actually stab himself to death, all the scene was lying, and he was what do you call making us misunderstand that he got stabbed, when in reality he didn't get stabbed. He just paint himself and the ice pick with the fake blood. Well, it could be real blood, who knows, right? Maybe it's the blood from other people. But the point is, maybe he faked his death. It would make so much sense for Eva and Hideyoshi's murder. Right? But yeah, that would mean that Nanjo would be in on it. That means Nanjo would be collaborating with Canon. Now I don't know why. Now I can't even fantasize some motive for Nanjo. Are they carrying out Kinso's will? Like maybe Canon killed everyone, but it was by order of Kinso? Like in the movie I, Robot, where the creator of the free will robot asked the robot to kill the creator himself. That's weird. Now I don't even know what the motive are. Now the most likely motive would be that the servants are, well, the servants except Goda, I guess, are carrying out Kinso's will, and Nanjo, his best friend, also is carrying out Kinso's will as well, as a, I don't know, for old time's sake, I guess.
じゃあマリア、これくらいは教えてくれるよな。奴はこの3人をどうやって殺したんだ。何をどうやったらあんなむごい殺し方ができるんだ。
You tell me.
知らない。
What?
知らねえってことはねえだろ。この部屋での出来事だぞ。歌を歌うのに夢中で気づかなかったとか言い出すんじゃねえだろうな。
Is she mentally challenged? What happening?
落ち着いてバトラ君。マリアちゃん、僕とお話ししようね。
Georgie and he, as he always did, crouched down next to Maria so that their eyes met and talked to her very
マリ
kindly.
アちゃんはどうして壁を向いてお歌を歌っていたのかな。
Oh, Georgie's face is so nice.
ベアトリーチェがここでね、壁を向いてお歌をずっと歌っていなさいって言ったの。
Why?
じゃあベアトリーチェがここへやってきたんだね。その時にはまだ源氏さんたちは生きていたんだよね。
みんなで客間に来て座ってた。源氏さんはちゃんと鍵をかけてたよ。
確かに鍵はかかってたが、じゃあどうやってベアトリーチェは客間に入ってきたってんだよ。
The culprit. If the culprit is Canon, then he still have his master key. If it's not Canon, then they stole the master key from Shannon or Goda. There, easy.
でもベアトリーチェは魔女だから鍵なんか関係ない。
Shut up, Maria. Don't make me shut up you.
長女になって扉の隙間から通り抜けてきたんだよ。
You would like that, wouldn't you?
はあ
Huh?
冗談も休み休み言いやがる。そんなわけねえだろ。お前は何を言ってやがるんだ。
Okay, so just to be clear, Batala believe in 19%, but don't believe in wish yet. Okay, fair. Brian, hello. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for the thumbs up.
信じられないよね。
I don't.
だから言いたくなかった。どうせ言っても信じないもん。でもベアトリーチェは魔女なの。 不思議な魔法で何でもできるの。
Right.
だからベアトリーチェは鍵のかかった扉なんか全然関係ないんだよ。
Then drag her butt in here and have her show us Wingardium Leviosa right here, right now.
それで現れたベアトリーチェは、そしてみんなはどうしたの？
ベアトリーチェは言ったよ。
Oh, she talked to everyone.
おじいさまの書斎は強力な力に守られていてどうしても入れない。
That's a code word for the master key doesn't work. Cool.
だからあと3人の生贄はこの客間の4人の中から選ぶって。みんな嫌だって言ったよ。熊沢さんは嫌だ嫌だってすごい言ってた。
Wait. So someone did come in here and said all those things? Like they were serious?
でもベアトリーチェは選ぶよ。そしたらね、ベアトリーチェはマリアはいいよって言ってくれたの。
I say that because Maria never lies. But what she understands is the other matter entirely. So what we can glean from this is that someone else other than the 4 people inside the parlor did come into the room and they did say all this stuff. Hmm.
どうしてだと思う？
And Kumasawa-san kept saying, please, please don't. Wait. Is she not in on it? So only Nanjo, Genji, and Kanon? Probably Shannon, but I think Shannon Lo is just handing letter to Maria, and that's it. And then got killed to silence her, I guess. So Canon fake her, not her, fake his death and come in here with a voice changer, blonde wig, and a dress, and then say all those things and then kill everyone. There.
バトラがマリアの安全を祈って念を込めてくれたあの火星の5の魔法陣のサソリのお守りがあったからだよ。
That's what I said! Come on!
だからその力でベアトリーチェはマリアにだけは何もできなかった。
But she couldn't send her familiar? Like, Maria, your story contradicts themselves like three times at this point. Kinso's room has a strong anti-magic barrier, so Beatrice couldn't come in, but she could use familiars. Cool. But then Beatrice couldn't go into Nasuhi's room because of the scorpion charm, the cheaper one. But for some reason, she's not employing familiars now. Now the third time, Maria has the sheep charm. But again, no familiar. So Maria, which is it? Can she summon familiar to bypass the charm or not?
だから生贄はマリアじゃない3人に決まったの。
What a shame that is. I wish that she was sacrificed as well.
そしたらね、ベアトリーチェはね、言ったの。
さあさあ、壁に向かってお歌を歌って聞かせなさい。あなたはたくさんお歌を歌うから 何が起こっても何が聞こえても聞こえない聞こえないわからない
Oh, Beatrice or whoever that was masquerading as Beatrice wants Maria to do this to so that when we ask her what happened, then she can't answer. Wait, so this person know Maria very well then.
さあさあ楽しいお歌をわらわにたくさん聞かせておくれ
Like for the culprit to come up with this idea for Maria, they would know that Maria don't know how to lie or never lies. So they have to do that. But we don't know who knows Maria the best. Like Losa? But Losa is locked in the garden storehouse. Unless, well, the key was in. The key. I think Nasuhi has the key. So unless Nasuhi somehow sneaked out of the group to unlock the thing, then that's a no. Then for Losa.
だからマリアはずっとお歌を歌ってた
Why aren't you dead yet, Maria?
ずっと歌ってたんだよ
Wait, maybe the culprit loved Maria very much? Is it Losa? No way.
だから何も聞こえないわからないそしたらバトラたちがやってきたんだよ
Ooh, please someone set up her senseless.
それを信じろってのかバカにするんじゃねえぜ
I really hope she dies.
じゃあ今度は誰を疑うマリアを疑うマリアをこの場で殺してみる
Do it. Do it right now.
そんなことしてもベアトリーチェはいなくならない
Well, I don't even care.
これで第8の番は終わったよベアトリーチェは蘇る
Shoot her?
ふざけんなもうそんな話は金輪際ごめんだぜ
Yeah.
魔女なんているもんか煙に巻かれてたまるか
You tell them, Butler.
俺は認めねえぞベアトリーチェなんていいね絶対に俺が認めね
Yeah.
え存在なんかさせねえ蘇りもさせねえ伝説は永遠に伝説のままだこの俺がそんなことを認めねえ
どうしよ
Mitomine.
うバトラマリアが殺したわけでも見殺しにしたわけでもない
Well, she did let them die.
ベアトリーチェが来てマリアは抵抗できず従わざるを得なかっただけだぜ
You believe in what you just said? Come on.
あれ
あれ
夏日おばさん
What?
おばさんがいない
What now?
あれ
Oh no, there must be a letter or envelope that provoke her.
母さんどこ行ったの
さっき手紙を読みながら一人で出て行ったよ
Damn. Letter? That makes sense. The culprit's done with the Eighth Twilight and it's all gone swimmingly for them. They might well have left a letter so they could brag even more. We had been so wrapped up in questioning Maria that we forgot to look for one. Damn. But even as well armed as she was, why had she left the room by herself in this dangerous mansion after ringing it? Did the letter threatens Jessica? Jessica tried to chase after her and tugged at the handle to the door, but resisted strangely and wouldn't open. Excuse me, it could lock from the outside?
母さんお母さん何これ開けて開けて
Open sesame! It was only natural. Nasuhi had picked up the candlestick which Batola had thrown at the wall. Really? And which had fallen to the floor. She had then skillfully wedged it between the doorknobs on the double doors double doors, like a boat holding them closed. The intricate design of the candlestick meant it jammed well, and formed a truly sturdy seal on the door. The tragic scream of a daughter for her mother. Did it reach Natsuhi's ears or not? Ooh. I can assume that the letter threatens Natsuhi's child, because I think Natsuhi, like, what do we call, pressure point is her daughter, so I can guess that that's what written in the letter. Natsuhi was alone in the entrance hall. It was the place where the portrait of Beatrice had been hung. Natsuhi threw down the final letter from Beatrice that she had read in the parlor, readied her rifle again, and in a voice that rang clear, yelled in the massive space that was the entrance hall. Excuse me? Is she talking to the portrait like an insane person? What? The entrance hall was dimly lit. Other than a faint light which shone on the center of the room, everything was blotted out by the jet black darkness. Darkness? What? Wait, so Natsuhi is hallucinating too, or we are getting fed lies here as well? In that darkness, butterflies glittering in gold squirmed, twinkled, and sneered. Natsuhi gave one more huge gulp and pointed the cold barrel of the gun at the gold butterflies.
姿を現しました。あなたのような存在が私は未だ信じることができない。でもそれは問題ではありません。
Just shoot her, goddammit.
後宮家の代表であると自負する私と後宮家の当主を引き継いだと自称するあなたが今この場にいる。
Yeah, let us do honorably.
あなたが本当に魔女なのかどうかは今となっては些細な問題です。さあ決着をつけましょう。後宮家を真に引き継ぐ者はどちらか。
Shoot her.
この後宮夏日か。
Pull the trigger already.
あなたベアトリーチェか。あなたの決闘の申し出慎んでお引き受けさせていただきます。
Yes, let us do honorably like a knight. My eyes! The flashbang. Flashbang, really? Flashbang. Oh. Oh, my eyes! The gold butterflies slowly formed a human shape, which walked into a dim light. So this is a fantasy, isn't it? If magic doesn't exist, we can't trust this scene. Natsuhi laid the rifle and glared. The witch raised her golden staff overhead and laughed. Natsuhi's finger slowly squeezed the trigger. Bang! Bang! Batola made an all-out dash at the door and slammed into it, crushing the candlestick which had been barring it and making it possible for a big gap to be opened in the door. He kept kicking the candlestick through the gap, and the door was finally released. Oh! He dead, right? Beatrice is dead! Yay! At the time they heard it, they clearly heard just once the crisp sound of gunfire.
ジェシカちゃん、一人で先走っちゃいけない。今のは銃声だぜ。夏代おばさんが撃ったんだ。
Yeah! At who? At the culprit. Let's go! Go, go, go! Speed! The noise had come from the entrance hall, and the entrance hall looked like a stage, like the heroine of a tragedy lying down and bathed in light. Allayed in the beauty of the silence, Anasuhi was what? Face up, crumpled on the floor. What? Did Beatrice activated her trap card? I activated my trap card. Miller Force. And then deflect the bullet back. Half crazed, Yeshka ran up to Anasi on her forehead. It was almost as though a sparkling shot of pigeon's blood ruby had been placed there. No! Nasi! Waifu, no! Found shot to death in front of the witch's portrait. How impudent of her to challenge a witch with nothing but a mere gun. Of course she would end up like this. Wait. So there were more than one guns? Ah, of course. Of course. I like how there's a blood stain at her arm. Interesting. Is it because the blood splatter when she was holding her guns? Okay, so she got shot by someone else, which if I assume correctly is Canon who faked his death, because now we know both Canon and Nasuhi saw the butterflies, and both of that was a lie, I guess. So I guess she got shot by a gun. Oh, that's simple. Now the problem is it actually canon? We have no definite proof, I think. But it's either Genji or canon. Okay. Oh. Wait. Is there a bullet in Nasuhi's corpse? Okay, now I have a feeling. Sometimes you remove a lot of things to hide something, right? So maybe they got shot. Maybe it's not poison. Maybe the first 6 deaths, it was Genji and Canon. Guns in hand. Shot. All the 6 people. And then to hide the cause of death, one of them smashed their face to hide the bullet wounds and to extract any bullets that might be embedded to their bodies. But it's amazing how they're very accurate with the guns. Are they like special force or something? Like headshot. Wait, you from the gunshot as well? And then after shooting the guns, then you jam the ice pick into the bullet hole. But how did they get so accurate with the guns? Like it can't be point blank, right? If it's point blank, the skin would be burn trace of burning on the skin, so it couldn't be point blank. Or that, or we are that incompetent and can't see the burn marks. So all of these are headshots. Everyone else head like got messed up one way, except Canon. Canon did not get messed up in the head. Interesting, right? It's as if he's faking his death. So I think they were smashed to hide the fact that guns were used, so that us wouldn't be able to find the bullet holes or the bullet itself. Oh my god, that's amazing. I'm in disbelief. So the culprit actually has a gun, and they're really good too to land headshots on everyone. I don't know about Kinso though, so we'll never know. Like, oh, these are from headshots, isn't it? Amazing. Amazing. And from it, I think a stream, you say, of blood makeup passed by her eye and began to traverse her face. The faint smell of gunpowder smoke came from the barrel of the rifle An-Nasahi still grasped. What? No. I was thinking, they heard the gunshot once, so it's not possible for Nasahi and the culprit to be trading shots like cowboy do. So what if I know what they are going to get to. They are going to make us think that Nasahi shot herself. Problem is, there's no burn mark on her skin, so it can't be point blank. That's for sure. Unless the game hide it from us because of the inexperience of the cousins, which is fair. But I feel like Georgie should know because he's a perfect human. Still, no burn mark, so she didn't shot herself. So I think somehow the culprit shot Nasahi before Nasahi managed to react. Then swap the gun between the culprit and Nasahi's, so that the gun that's now in Nasahi's hand is still smoking, which looks like she just shot the guns, which looks like she shot herself, even though there's no way, right? Now, if the gun has blood splatter, that's indicative of point blank shot, then we can reassess my theory. But for now, I think that's what happened. Yeah. Huh? Then she shot herself in the forehead? No. Why? Come on, Batola, you're smarter than this. Why? Come on, Batola, Shesubano Hikurikaisu, flip the chessboard around.
わけがわからない。どうしておばさんは一人で抜け出して、どうして自分の額を撃ち抜いているんだよ。
Why would you assume that she shot her own forehead? Why would you assume that there's only one gun in this house?
マリアちゃん、夏日おばさんは手紙を読んでから部屋を出たんだよね。
And if you assume that 19th person exists, don't you think that this 19th person bring guns on their own? Well, maybe the same gun, right? I mean, shocker.
手紙がない。くそ、おばさんは何を読んで、どうしてここに誘い出されたんだ。
What? Why would the culprit get their letter back?
知らねえぜ。そんなことはどうでも
No, it's not.
私を置いてくんだよ
I will not believe for 1 second that my waifu shot herself. Poor Jessica. Jessica clung to her mother's corpse, crying earnestly. My body consumed by an anger I didn't know what to do with. I stole the rifle from Anasahi's hand and spun around, pointing the barrel of the gun into the darkness on all sides, as though I was pointing a light from a lighthouse, trying to find the culprit. Georgie Aniki, even in this situation, was trying to calmly figure out something out, but that effort might have been doomed to futility. And Maria alone was completely indifferent. Is she treating this as some kind of predetermined fate? No, that's not it. This is all a prelude to a wonderful world. The door to the Golden Land will finally
第
open.
9の晩に魔女はよみがえり誰も生き残れはしないそして第10の晩に旅は終わり黄金の里へ至るだろ
What does that mean?
うこれで全部終わったねベアトリーチェおめでとうおめでとう
Shut up.
だからマリアを導いてあなたの話してくれた黄金鏡へ今こそ
There, all of the dead will be resurrected, and even the love they once possessed will be revived. So in Maria's eyes, it's just as though all of today's tragedies never even happened, and all those days she spent deprived of love never happened either.
いい加減にしやがれ
Now bong her.
何が楽しい何がおめでたい
Hayden! Hello! Me! I hope you're doing well.
この島には18人いた14人死んだ残りは俺たち4人だ俺は絶対に死なねえぞ
Yeah, I will not
夜
die!
が明けるまでいや台風が過ぎ去ってまた船着き場に海猫たちが帰ってくるまで俺は絶対に死なねえんだよ
Yeah, you tell them. Just don't die.
生
Easy.
き残ってやる生き残ってやる絶対
よしなよバトラーベアトリーチェに銃なんて意味ないよそれに生き残るも何ももうおしまいなんだよ
Okay, so I think the culprit is amazingly good with guns. So they got first shot. They gained initiative and shot Nasuhi first. I think Nasuhi never used a gun before. I'm not sure if that gun even have safety. So I don't know if Nasuhi is even like unlock the safety of the gun.
もう旅は終わったんだよほら時計を見てごらん
What? Huh? The clock? Hearing those words, I looked at my wristwatch. Both hands were almost touching at the top. Midnight. Very soon it will be 12 a.m. In other words, 24:00. Cool. Thanks, game. I know how time works. When you think about it, isn't 24:00 a strange time? It can be called 24:00, and it also be called 000. What are you yapping about, Batola? It's the hour and the combination of the previous day, and at the same time, it is hour 0 as the next day begins. What? Maria suddenly called out happily and ran towards the darkness. It was almost as though Beatrice was somewhere in that darkness, and Maria was running up to her. As I looked down the barrel of the rifle, as Jessica hugged her mother's corpse, as Georgie Aniki stood there shocked, we gazed into the darkness. Is she here? Our eyes fixed just in front of Beatrice's portrait, and there Maria leaped into a hug with the portrait's subject. You have got to be kidding me. This is ridiculous. Impossible. Well, it could still be him dressing up as Beatrice, so meh. Witches don't exist. I won't accept it. Things like you must not exist because this is a human world. You think it could accept something that's not human? Never. I will never. I put hard on the rifle's lever. The cartridge was ejected, fell on the floor, and a new cartridge was loaded. Then I sighted the witch down the barrel. Maria turned around, still clinging to the golden witch. She turned around.
だから意味なんてないってば。ベアトリーチェに鉛玉なんて意味ないってば。
Don't care. Pull the trigger right now.
バカだね、人間は。
俺は魔女なんて認めねえぞ。
Yeah.
貴様は誰だ。
誰だ？
一歩でも動いてみろ。指一本でも動かしてみろ。
No, no, no. Just shoot her right now.
こいつをぶち込んでやる。
What? What the? Oh, that's creepy. Oh, okay. I was going to say that she's not, like Beatrice is not speaking for some reason, but now. Who? The laughter of the witch, no, the witches, was joined by the laughter of even the large clock in the hall. It was probably telling us that the time was 24 o'clock. It was both a tone telling us that we had reached the culmination of this day, and a tone informing us that all had returned to nothing. The rules had specified that the witch would win when time ran out.
ジョージお兄ちゃんにジェシカお姉ちゃん、旅は終わって魔女は蘇ったよ。
Yeah, right. Put off your wig already, Kanon-kun. Or Genji-san, and none shall be left alive. The witch shall praise the wise and bestow 4 treasures. One shall be all of the golden glance gold. One resurrects all the dead people's souls. One even revives all the love they possessed. And one for the witch to eternally rest. Rest in peace, my beloved witch, Beatrice. It's going to break. Cool. Thanks, game. So, is this it? Are we going to see her face? What the? Oh. What, are you so huge? I don't like when they zoom the clock too much. So much that... What? Notebook pages in a wine bottle? So much that you couldn't see the time on the clock. Oh! The storm passed and the leaden clouds that had enshrouded the island for so long began to clear away. Sunbeam shone from the rift between the clouds. Yesterday the storm seemed like a lie, just as someone had wished the gun the harbor once again, and then the life cries be heard. Afterwards, the police arrived, oh nice, and conducted the investigation of the scene. The corpses of the children who are believed to have survived until the very end were never found. However, from the body parts that were discovered and the unimaginable gruesome nature of the scene, the police was forced to conclude the chance of survival for any of the 18, including the children, were hopelessly dream. Phew. X? Like 10? Just how gruesome was the banquet of the witch, and how beautiful was the golden land. Those tales are for them alone to tell amongst themselves. There were no tale for those who arrived after the banquet had ended. One can only but imagine what transpired during the course of those 2 days. However, the witch was fickle. She made a point of leaving behind this tale, which had no need to be told, and permitted it to be spread. A few years later, a strange wine bottle drifting on the waves on the quayside of a neighborhood island was recovered by the fisherman. Stuff inside was tightly loaded with pages, crammed full to the edges with minuscule writing. Within there was this tale. It would be through these pages that people would first come to know that the nature of mysterious and little field to their period that began on October 4, 1986. This incident would later be referred to the Lord Kenjima mass murders or 80 killings of Lord Kenjima, but dilettantes around the world passed the story on under the name of which legend serial murder case. Lovers of the occult claiming to be the story. Decided immorality that the seal for the island and savagely abolished the mystery to their span with their own interpretation and the spread if and by. However, one of the interpretation arrived at the truth of the facts, and why not books pages tell the incident, they do not tell the truth behind it. In fact, perhaps not even the writer of the notebook knew the truth. Perhaps she may have desired to know. According to the writer's signature, her name was Ushinoya Maria. Of course she is. Furthermore, as a result of all our police search, part of Maria's body had been discovered a few pieces of her jaw. It was one of the last instance where the owner of the body part of the body was identified through the toilet. There were many parts of the body be not linked to a specified person and could succeed, so the jaw could be easily found. Because the jaw had been separated from each body, the police considered her chance of survival to be hopelessly dim, even though no upper parts were found or identified. Let's conclude this tale with the final paragraph of the notebook pages that Ushinoya Maria left behind. By the time you read this, I will probably be dead. Although there may be not be a corpse, you may have read this. Please, uncover the truth. That is my only wish. Ushinoya Maria. That's a lot. To this very day, the truth of which Legion serial murder case has not been brought to light. First game, Legion of Golden Witch result. What? Leaderboard? Okay, and then they detail the same thing as the in-game tips, I think. Wait, what? Pierced by stake of Beelzebub, stake of Asmodeus, stake of Mammon, stake of Satan, stake of Lucifer, stake of Belphegor, stake of Leviathan. Beatrice revived on the Night Twilight. She will finally open the door to the Golden Land. Natsuki died on Night Twilight. The witch praised her nobility and granted her the honor of a duel. George accepted the witch, prostrated himself, and was invited to Golden Land. Jessica prostrated herself, invited. Maria prostrated herself and invited Golden Land. Uchinomiya Butler, he denies the existence of the witch. Will she invite him to the Golden Land? The witch shall praise the voice, grant fortune, blah 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 blah, the same as that. Because what they desired could not be gained from a mountain of gold, no matter how high. Josh was fiancé. Jessica, her loved one. Maria, the love of her mother. Rest in peace. May your slumber never be disturbed again. The winner is the Golden Witch Beatrice of the 18. None served the leader of the court in time. All 18 died. When the seagulls died, none were left alive. 07. Umineko. When they cry, Umineko no naku colony, symphony of catbox and dreams. That was fun. I still have no idea what happened. Can't pin down what happened just yet. Oh, finally, we've finished one episode. Oh. New element added. The Golden Witch has prepared a gift in commemoration of your recent sojourn. The new elements may be accessed from the title screen. Okay. Do I have to click? Oh, okay. I pressed the button. Viking save data. Ah, finally. It ends. Well, the first chapter at least. Oh my god, that's a lot. Movie? Oh, are they like openings? Okay. Music. Oh, that's a lot of music in this game. Cool. Oh my. Okay, so you can't change the music in the main menu? No, nope, 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 nope. No, 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 no. No. What's it 2/4? That's more? Okay, but the fact that this one doesn't have number. Okay, press this to go in, press this to go out. Okay, let me grab my tablet and block half my screen. Okay, if I keep pressing, something happened. I don't wanna see that anymore. So, thanks, game. Why is the pictures not chronological? Sorry. Oh, I can move. Woo! Oh, waifu, so cute. Oh, I can zoom out. Okay. The L and R button does nothing. Select button also does nothing. Okay. Objection! Ikiari! Wait, there's more version of this? Cool. Oh my god. Oh my. That's creepy. Portrait collection. Oh. So you're telling me that there's more portrait. Cool. But I can't zoom out this. Come on. Oh. Ooh. Creepy. I can't zoom out of this. Okay. I wonder what would happen if I click continue. But that would be a problem for future me because it's very less. So I think we should stop here for now. Don't you think? Well, I had fun, and I hope you had fun as well. That was some ending, huh? And there's no like what do we call like the answer that was given to us. I mean, that shows that this is not Detective Conan. So I don't know. There's still like 7 more episodes to go, so we'll be here for a while. But yeah, I wonder what episode 2 would be, and I look forward to that so much. So with that, allow me to end it here for today. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll be seeing you the next time. Please take care of yourselves, and goodbye. Oh, I'm not sure if tomorrow morning, that is 8 to 9 hours later, whether I stream or not. So if I do, well, I will do. You will see. But if I don't, then I don't. And you'll see me again at the same time as always. Let me type the late message real quick before we can't. $30 seconds. No, I typed too slow. But to be fair, reading this for too long can be a little bit tiring. So I don't think I can exceed like 4 hours. I think yesterday I tried 5 hours and I feel like my brain don't work. Oh well. Anyway, see you later and take care of yourself and goodbye.